Oh, Albert. Oh, Albert. Hang on, you need to mute yourself. I may do that at a second. Oh, Albert. Right. I thought I'd do a little video regarding how I feel each day. Like a little blog, I suppose. I'm going to try to look for some of my old Halloween masks and put on the way I feel, I suppose. Like, you've seen this new mask, what I've got anyway. And yeah, it's probably going to be used on somebody's channel. But do I give a shit? No, not really, because every time they put a video up on me, they've actually kind of like promoting my channel in one way, which I should kind of be grateful for. But, you know, we get these days where we feel happy, sad, pissed off, angry. And today I'm kind of like tired, run down, stressed. No, I've had chest pain today. My hand's been hurting chronically all day. Yeah, so I don't know where all my masks are. So I think what I'm going to be doing sometimes when I feel down, out and depressed and shit like that, I'm going to be wearing my masks so you won't see how I feel underneath. The only thing is going to be awkward to keep trying to lift it up and take a drink. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to do a Halloween stream on Halloween night. I've got a shitload of things I can use, but I need a fan. It's bloody hot under already. But yeah, I might do like little blogs, letting you guys know how I feel each day. And to be honest with you, I feel like I'm actually in some kind of dark, deep, smoky dungeon at the moment. Kind of locked up for things I've not done. No, I had to try to scrape my way through that rock to, you know, kind of like release myself, I suppose, to like prove myself, I suppose. But at the moment I feel like I'm stuck in a dark, deep dungeon and it's all smoky and smoggy, and they throw this mask in to just like to help you to like not suffocate, I suppose. So that's where I feel today, you know. I feel like I'm trapped in a dark, deep dungeon with pain, you know, people screaming around me. You know, major stress, depression, anxiety. I had to go out today because I felt sick. I actually physically felt sick today. Not to go out in case I was going to throw up. And the only reason why I did go out because I needed some milk so I can make my coffee, which I did do when I came home. But I've been talking to some pretty good people, and you know, I thought, fuck it, you know, I've got a string. Now, it doesn't matter if it's to do with the paranormal or not, you know, I've got a string. You know, that's my goal, to keep streaming. And it pisses some people off. Tough shit, I don't give a fuck. And I know they're watching and they're probably recording. They don't bother me now. Because tomorrow I will be going and sorting a few issues out. And hopefully some of those issues may be accomplished. Definitely got to go back to the hospital tomorrow. So I need some pain medication. My hand has been killing me all day. So much pain. And the only medication I get is my ibuprofen. And I've taken some of those today, you know, for my chronic headaches. It's fucking hot beyond this. I'll have to take this off a minute and I feel a little bit better. I wish I had one of my other masks. I can swap and change. No, I'm not closing my channel down, guys. Oh yeah, I'll keep thinking about it. And by doing it, you know, if I do it, I've kind of like just given up 7 years of, working my channel, 7 years of all this videos I'll give you guys. Sometimes we get some crazy, like activity, but sometimes we don't get nothing, It's a chance we take to get activity or not. We can't say that we're going to get activity 24/7, 365 days a week. So, no, if I close my channel down, then that means, they're defeating me. Now, I could put it on private and then just leave it on private until I feel like, I want to come back. But if I put it on private, like I did last time, where I nearly deleted it, it took me 3 or 4 days to actually unprivate every video, apart from the ones I didn't want to keep. Some videos I deleted, some videos I kept private. But, over the last 2 weeks, practically every video I've done is regarding certain people, and I've had to either delete them or put them private. But no more. I'm going to do what I need to do. Carry on. They like it or not. I don't get for putting doing crap last year. Now I have actually closed down notifications on my Facebook and on my YouTube and my G+. So, like, it doesn't matter if certain people put videos up on me. I won't know about it unless someone tells me. And if they tell me, I ain't going to watch the videos. I'm just going to click on them, save them, download them, and put on in my folders, and just give it to the authorities each week or each couple of weeks. I don't want to be spending time and money and effort keep going down to the police department, because it's like 3 bus rides, and that's like, talking cost wise, nearly £10 in travel costs, which I can't afford to do, because I've got to try and survive and eat. I've got my bills to pay. But I've got to go down to the job centre tomorrow and have a discussion with them. And I might not be able to speak to one particular person for X amount of time, because when you go down there, you're limited to like a 10-15 minute interview. So if he can't talk to me, I've got to try to wait around to talk to someone else about all what's going on. About my eBay stuff, the YouTube shit, and also not only that, but my medical issues, and that could take an hour or 2 hours alone, just discussing. As I was down the police station, I was over there for 2.5 hours, maybe a little bit more. And I'd get a message saying, well, show us the crime reference number. You think I'm stupid to give you my crime reference number? Not on your Nelly. Not on your Nelly. So tomorrow, I've got to go to the job centre, explain what's going on. I've got to try to get them to help me to fill out my medical questionnaire, so I can't write with saying every time I try to write something, I'm putting pressure on these, small finger bones, and it's giving me so much pain. So I'm going to get someone to help me to fill that in tomorrow. So I'm not going to be on long tonight, although I don't have to be down there till like 2 o'clock. I still need to get some decent sleep, so I've not been sleeping. All this stress and drama, it's like really making me lose sleep. And as I said, I felt like I was going to throw up today. I started getting a chest pain. I was getting that, kind of like headaches with dizziness. I'm even now considering of leaving my door unlocked at night time. and just having the security chain put on. So if anything happens to me, guys, and I have to ring up the emergency services, they ain't going to get in. They're going to have to call the fire brigade to smash the door in, because my door has got like 2 security bolt things, like, and you know, you've got to lift the door up. It's like a deadbolt thing. And if they smash that door open, I'll probably end up having to pay for the fucking damages myself. So, starting tonight, I'm actually having the door unlocked, but actually having a security chain on it. So, anything happens, I can just like ring up 999, tell them what's going on, and you know, all they got to do is put their foot on the door and break the chain, because that's the way it is at the moment. Yeah, I know people saying, like, you know, take time out, you know, rest. Now, I can be doing that. I ain't really done that many videos like I normally do, but I'm still getting phone calls, you know, the nonsense ones, nuisance ones, still seeing things put up about me. But I'm not actually doing like I normally do, reacting, or not leaving comments. I'm not doing videos. But as I said, like before, you do that, it's like feeding fuel on the fire. So I'm actually going back to the way I normally say that I'm not going to be reacting to them. You know, I'm going to take this off, it's bloody boiling. I'm sweating underneath there. But that's how I feel. I feel like I'm in a dark place right now, with a lot of negativity. No, I know I don't have to be doing a video now. I should be just like sitting back and relaxing. But you know, you need to talk. You know, when you get stressed and you know you just got nothing to do. You know, you can't be locking up inside you. You need to be releasing it, I suppose. I've been talking to people for the last few hours, but I thought, no, I've got to do something. So I'm hoping that Rusty might. Oh, wait, I was talking about Rusty. I was hoping Rusty might come on and have a chat with us about something later. So I might send Rusty an invite in a minute. But I can't be on too long because I've got to get some sleep, or try to get some sleep. But we're going to talk about, I don't know, because I've not done no research on anything at the moment. But I did say before I come in, I said, oh, you know, I've got to do a stream. You know, I'll try to get Rusty on. And funny enough, Rusty's here. You know, like, I suppose God is like doing something, because I mentioned Rusty's name and fucking Rusty's come on here. Now, Rusty ain't on here, you know, all the time. I'm pretty sure he's pissed off listening to all the bullshit that keeps going on. And I don't want it affecting him and his channel, you know. But, yeah, I've actually closed my notifications down for now, Amazon. You know, I won't be looking at it until tomorrow when I come home. I've had enough of YouTube. Not YouTube, I've had enough with like Facebook, G+ notifications. My phone has not stopped bleeping all fucking day today. You know, with like information, who they think it is, information, who's behind it, information on this and that. It's nice to get you guys in, you know, input, screenshots, you know, but you know, you could turn around and say it's 100% Tom Jones, you know, kind of thing. Unless you've got the screenshots to prove it's him and that he's like been saying shit in the chat, that doesn't really mean proof. But I do have the proof. I know who's behind this. You know, with so many applications nowadays, you know, you can ring up my number under 1471 and it'll say either hidden or unknown or private number. There are applications you can install on your mobile phone now, and it'll actually unmask hidden numbers, phone numbers, and etc. Now today, I will tell you, so I'm being told it's people that I trust, you know, kind of thing. And I don't think are these people. It's just a vicious circle of like lies and deceit, trying to blame each other, you know, kind of thing. But I know who's definitely behind this. You know, I'm not going to really talk much about it because I only come on here to talk about the shit that's going on at the moment. Where's that application gone? Is it that one? Right, I've got, right, today, I do not know who the fuck they are, but I got a number which begins with 0742, which is from the Orange mobile network. I've got a new number from a international 4676 number. Now, I got a new notification from someone and I know who that is. Then I got a number which I don't even know, which is a 07703 number, which is on 02. Then I got another Orange number, 07966. Then another 02 number, 07594. I even got one from a Vodafone number, 07537. Then I've got two other numbers, which is from 07537 and 07518. No, I don't know any of these numbers. None of them. No, you know, you can probably get people could probably be trying to call me through Facebook for the, you know, like the application that Facebook has got. But every day, well, I can't even talk that. Every one of these numbers have been recorded, written down, and given to the police. No, I can't say that these numbers are involved in it yet, but the police will actually look into these numbers, probably even contact the provider and get a print out of the records on what numbers they've been calling out, I suppose. But they do need a warrant for it. I know that for a fact. Because every time someone rings a number and the police checks that number, you know, they need a warrant. Now, the thing is, I've got another new app, right? And every number it actually comes from my mobile phone. It will show me roughly where in the UK they are. So I'm actually waiting for this application to run at the moment here. It's taking a little bit of time because it's like got to go through the settings and all that kind of crap, I suppose. But I've got a program on here. For some reason, this one's not loading up. It's called Call Up Location. Now, I'm not saying all these mobile numbers are like troll numbers. But I've got a lot of numbers on here which I do not know who the hell they're from. See, today I've had 2, 8, 9, 10, 11, about 13 nuisance calls today. Hell, I even now blocked that French number. Why is this not working? It's like a GPS route finder. It actually tells you where the phone numbers are coming from. For some reason, this one's not working. Then let me go on to another thing. Phone number, location. Let's put location on. I'll send you an invite, mate, Lusty. Just give me a few minutes. I think my bloody mobile connection is not working. For some reason, my phone ain't working tonight. Maybe they sent a virus from my mobile phone. It says like no internet connection. Make sure your Wi-Fi is on, which it is. No, I'm not changing my phone number again. Last time I changed it, it cost me £25 per phone number. I ain't got money to keep changing my fucking phone number. I'd just rather block their asses, you know. But I don't want to be blocking them all the time because it gives me that little bit of like more evidence to pass on to the authorities because they are going to fucking slip up. They've already slipped up, I'll tell you already. Because the other day I got a message that popped up and it mentioned that the particular name who I've had issues with not too long ago. And it actually said in the message, keep ringing him every day. And then the reply saying, oh, we're going to. And who said that? The person who replied had his name imprinted on the message. And then there was some foreign language. So there's like a three-way call going on. No, it's not working. I can't get it to work. You know, I'm even giving my sisters and my mum this number because no one's got this number whatsoever. This phone's going to be turned off. You know, I'll turn it on every so often to see what's going on. But I've turned off notifications on Facebook. I've turned notifications off YouTube and Google Plus. The only one I've not turned off is on Twitter. And I very rarely go on Twitter. Very rarely. I'm just going to try this one more time. See if it works. If it don't, it don't. It's saying I need to download the other application, GPS Router. And when I click download, it's not loading up Google page. But I have a GPS router on there, so why don't it use that one? And I've got GPS Navigator on there. Well, that's a new name. I don't recognise that one. So I'm limited, like I limit the amount of contacts on my phone, right? I limit it. I'll only, if I don't know who they are, I will delete them, right? And there's two names on here, which just came up and saved on my contacts for no reason at all. And I can tell you that the initials are BC. But I'm not saying that they're behind it, you know, because they might just been trying to contact me to have a chat about me, you know, about things, you know. Let's try number buster. Anyway, I'm not going to sit here fucking around the phone all night long. I'm actually going to be putting this one on mute mode, so they can't ring me. And I know they're watching. Don't it bother me? No, not really. So tomorrow, as I've got to go to the job centre, get them to help me to fill that form out, go back down to the hospital to hand the form in, and then sit there for 2 hours, 3 hours, waiting to get some painkiller medicine, because you know, I need medication with my hand. It is giving me so much fucking pain today. And these ibuprofen ain't doing nothing apart from clearing some of my headaches. But as I say, that phone number, that phone I just showed you, is going off. You know, it'd be very rarely I turn it on, to be honest with you. But I just checked the Facebook message. I kind of may agree with you, but if it is that person, he's fucked himself over, because he is still on the police record. And all they got to do is check his phone number, see what he's been up to. If they see that he's been on the internet, you know, every so often, you know, and connected to the internet, especially YouTube, they will fucking go knocking on his door. And I know that particular person, like you're talking about, is a fucking idiot. Because he drops himself in the shit some of the times, you know. That's why I had them involved the police last time. But I was willing enough to be a fucking good enough person to drop the case. So I could have took his ass to court. But I didn't. But if he's behind this shit, again, I will this time. I'll seek legal aid, and I'll have him fucking in prison. Right, let's see if I'm going to invite Rusty on. Let's have a conversation about St. Rusty, shall we? Because I don't want my channel to keep being all about fucking trolls and drama and shit like that. I just want to try to get back and do things, you know, do the paranormal. But I'll probably do like a little weekly blog, you know, letting you know how I feel and all that shit. I'm hot, frustrated, tired, exhausted, worn out. So when Rusty comes on, we're not going to talk anymore about this shit. We're just going to talk about some other kind of shit. So I sent him an invite anyway. He might not have got straight away. He might be doing something else. If he wants to come on. If he don't, then no worries. No, I can't expect people to keep that coming on my stream to try and make me feel a little bit more better and more happier. No, it helps, but when I go, I'm back to stage one. Stressed, depressed, fed up. A chicken cheese was alright. I was going to have some more tonight, but I can't be bothered to cook. Hello, Rusty. Welcome.
Hello, everyone.
So I'm going to stop talking about the shit now. What should we talk about tonight, mate?
Oh man, I'm down to talk about anything and everything. I don't get to chit chat with anyone anymore. And yeah, like I said last time I was on the stream, I'm in this weird kind of gap in my life. Like I got a weird fortune cookie. Like it's just really weird. But yeah, I personally been working on that news thing, man. I made a news like a newsroom out of the game and put all these fancy lights and stuff. And I made a video. It took freaking ever. It's a 17-minute video and I didn't time it, but it took all day. And yeah, and my subscribers seem to like it because I got a lot more likes on it than my average video. So I'm working on the next one right now. That's what I've been doing today. And it's really weird. All this weird coincidental stuff, like you mentioned earlier, I just out of nowhere, I'm like, I'll just take a break. I clicked, I was like, see what Steve's doing. He's like, oh, he's live. Clicked on it and you were only streaming for like 10 minutes or something. And yeah, and then you're like, and I said, what's up? And then you're just like, I wonder if Rusty's like, oh, hey, Rusty's there. So it's weird. The universe is like lining things up. It's really weird. At least for me, I'm noticing all these weird alignments. So, but yeah, man, anything. Multiverse. I've been really into the multiverse because I've been getting back into comics and like Batman, and especially in the DC universe, they have all these cool multiverses where
That's
all
like
sorts of
movie, innit? The one with
yeah, with Jet Li, the one exactly. Yep. Yeah, infinite versions of you really could be existing right now. It's really possible.
Well, if there's infinite me in a fucking in an infinite multiverse, I feel sorry for every one of me. I tell you, man.
Well, here's the thing: is there's ones that are worse and there's ones that are better. So you're like probably right in the middle. That's why how I try to imagine myself in a multiverse is I'm in the middle. It could be a lot worse and it could be a lot better. So I don't know. Yeah.
But I wonder how they actually created that time machine to go back to the like different multiverses, you know, so he could go around killing, you know, his, it
was his alter selves, yeah, because each one he killed, he became stronger. The less of him in the multiverse meant that each one would become stronger. So yeah, that was really cool. And you know what's really cool that the average Westerner won't know, but I knew at the time when I saw it because I was practicing martial arts, is the two guys, the good Jet Li and the bad Jet Li, were practicing two versions of internal martial arts, which are just like Tai Chi. Those are the slow moving, really slow. And one was practicing Bagua and one was practicing, I can't remember the names now. It's been so long, but anyway, their forms reflected their personalities. One was like about a straight line and one is about a circle. Like that's how you practice them. And I thought that was really cool because their martial art techniques reflected their own personalities in this crazy universe, the metaphysical martial arts aspects. But yeah, no, I mean, exactly. Right now in a multiverse, you're fishing right now, you're bungee jumping right now, you're having your 25th kid right now in a multiverse. Like literally anything you can think of in an infinite, if it's infinite, yeah, anything you think of, you're doing in another place right now at this exact same time. It's crazy. Well, and it's crazy because I heard this theory from like a 13 or 12 or 13-year-old kid that said that is what reality is the propulsion pushing forward, that time as an arrow moving in a straight line forward, that is the byproduct of the infinite multiverses. Is all these things are happening at once and it's pushing things forward. So as we're propelling through our timeline, all these other timelines are help to push this one forward. And like it's kind of hard to grasp, but yeah, it's really wicked stuff, man. And supposedly here's a cool theory too, is the closer the multiverse, because you can think of the multiverse kind of like a three-dimensional table where like pencils are, each universe is a pencil and pencils are just lined up next to each other. Supposedly the closer universes are more similar and the farther universes get more wild and different. So that's another cool theory.
Yeah, so I just reading what Power just said, like these idiots are picking on him now. So yeah, I'm going to be there to support you, but I'm not going to support them in the way that I'm doing videos. Just send me the details, you know, screenshots, videos, and I'll download them. I'll pass on to the authorities. And I just say that they're attacking other people now. So, you know, just send me what they do on your. I'll screenshot it, download it, post me the videos, links, and whatever. I'll just like download them, put them on a folder, and go down there Monday. Not Monday, Friday. I know you're big enough to handle your shit anyway. I know you ain't going to sit there and fucking take bullshit from these, but. Yeah,
Well,
like,
the thing is that the kind of the trick is like to take it. That's the thing is like when people react and say anything about any troll, that's giving the troll power. This is my own humble opinion. From it's not like I'm a huge YouTuber, but I got a couple thousand more subscribers than the average like people around here, and so this is my own experience. Is like you just can't literally address it ever, like ever.
Yeah.
So
if you're addressing it, what to feed on, yeah. But if you,
yeah, that's exactly all they want is attention, man. And if they don't get it, then they can't even confirm that you saw the troll. So if there's no, if you don't react to it, they could be thinking in their head, oh, they might not even have saw it or whatever. You know what I mean? Like there's just no way. It's the reacting part is what gives them power. So that's all I'm going to say about it.
The only thing is you can only take so much, especially when they're trying to fuck your life over and stop you trying to like survive, you know, kind of thing, which they're doing to me. They're trying to stop me surviving by, you know, just making a little bit of money to pay my bills, you know, and they're trying to fuck me over by like people stop donating to me because the donation that comes to me goes on power gear anyway. I've proven that. But when I'm trying to make that little bit of extra cash to pay my bills, and they stop that again now, thanks to them. No, tomorrow I'll find out exactly what I can do. And if they give me the okay, I'm going to be relisting. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, dude, just do what you want. Don't talk about your personal life as deep as you do. Like you really got to cut that part out. That's something I did too much, and I regret that. I wish I wasn't so personal in my stuff. But anyway, that's you need to cut that out and just do what you want to do, man. Ignore them. Don't let them dictate your life, man. They're winning anytime this kind of stuff. You have to ignore them. Don't give them any personal thing and just move on, man. Like I'm telling you, it's the only way. Like there's no way to fight it. Everyone gets trolls. Everyone. There's
like I see. The thing is, even when you do talk about things, you know, you don't realize that they're going to be using that stuff about, you know, against you for what you say.
Well, that's why you got to just be careful about things you say and just don't ever refer to anything that's money. Like just don't talk about money. I never talk about money in my real life anyway. So it's like, just kind of use those, just kind of think like you're in a room with a bunch of strangers, because you kind of really are, even though a lot of these people you've known for years. Just always just try to remember that, and that don't divulge too much, man.
That's the reason why I've like taken off all my notifications now. So
yeah, exactly. That's what I did. That's all I am, man. I have all I have is my YouTube channel. So when I log onto my YouTube channel, I'll see if there's messages there. I'll click that, and that's it. I don't look at my G+ messages. I rarely go to Google Mail unless I'm on here and you're like, I'm going to send you an invite. That's the only time I ever go there, man. So I just don't deal with that stuff ever.
Taking all my notifications down. So like, you know, they start, you know, like send me messages. I won't know. Anyone that send me messages, I won't know until I turn the notifications on and read them. And I said to people that, you know, if you're trying to contact me, then I apologise if I don't like, reply to you straight away, because there's probably like 20 people in front of you, you know, kind of thing. That's trying to like help me out, talk to me, support me, and maybe give more information on these idiots. But I know who's behind all this shit, you know. But more details that they post on me, I'm not going to go there and watch them. I'll just go there and download the video and put it on. I'm not even reading the comments. They left comments on there, and I just delete them. I screenshot them, save them, then delete them. And then same with the videos. I just flag the videos, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Download them and flag them. And that's
exactly. I mean, and
watch them.
Even if you didn't do that, even if you never looked at it, you have enough followers and supporters that they're gonna do that. If it's something that's like gaining ground and quote unquote getting views, it's gonna get flagged by your viewers. So I wouldn't even worry about any of that stuff, man. I've had a couple people steal my videos and try to re-upload them, and my subscribers let me know. They're like, hey, dude, blah, blah, blah. And I got that taken care of, and now I'm part of the system. So now if anybody tries that, they're going to get their channel shut down really quickly. So it's...
Well, you got to be careful being on here, because, like, you know, Wayne done a video on me yesterday, you know, a polite one. stating and proving I'm not on a child sex offender or fucking pedophile website. You know, he took time out to do that.
Yeah.
Didn't need to do. And because he's like sticking up for me now, and they are now attacking him.
Well, just don't even address that stuff, man. You shouldn't even be bringing that stuff up anymore. Like, just let it go and walk away and talk about something else, like comedy, like just anything, man. Like, honestly, like, I don't know, because everyone has their own personal perspective, and no matter what anybody says, they're always gonna walk their own path. So
I wish I lived over near you, Rusty, because then I could give you that little bit of company in those bushes when someone walks.
Yeah, right. Well, that's something with me. I need to get out in general more, man. I'm such a hermit right now. I literally I'm really tired of the city I'm living in, and there's nothing I can really do. So
I want to get out, but I'm just too emotionally fucking tired to get out at the moment.
Yeah.
This is running me down St. Badge, and I'm not even sleeping, so I need to catch up on my sleep before I even consider about going out anywhere.
Man, I had a wild dream the other night. It was so vivid. There's this a philosophical kind of dude named Terence McKenna that passed away like a decade ago or maybe longer, and he came up with some wild ideas. He came up with the stoned ape theory, that evolution as science knows it, because it can't explain the missing link, is that we were one point apes, and we started actually eating mushrooms and psychedelics and experimenting with that, and that's what made us smart and turned us into humans. So it's a really cool theory. He has also a bunch of wild ones. Anyway, I had a crazy dream. I was at his death, and it was in this crazy kind of cave with just lit by little bits of candles and fire, and there was like shamans all around him doing their shaman stuff, and he was kind of convulsing. It was really weird. I didn't talk, nobody said anything, but I just knew it was his death. Such a weird dream. I never remember my dreams either, and this was from a few nights ago, and I still remember it so vividly.
I have a load of weird fucking dreams, man. I'll tell you, if I could write down every dream that I've fucking had, yeah, I'd be in like the most craziest dream book ever.
You should. That they say that that's a way to start remembering your dreams better, is if you write them down when you wake up. As soon as you wake up, and just write down what you can remember. With practice over months, you'll be able to start remembering your dreams better in general that way. So
see, dude, I'll start dreaming about something, yeah, and just it starts getting interesting. It stops and something else pops up, and another fucking dream. My dreams never. It's like, yeah, let's give them a taster. It's like, you know, having a trailer of a movie. Now you see what's going to start, and just it starts getting interesting. That's it. You know, the trailer's ended, and then you get another trailer.
Interesting. Are you aware of it in the dream when it happens? Are you like, whoa, my dream's changing when it happens in the dream?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
No,
well, that's
going on.
Yeah, if you're aware at any point that you're dreaming, that's what do they call that kind of dreaming? Lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming is where there's levels. I guess you can control dreams is like the max lucid, but if you're like aware that you're dreaming, that's also like low level lucid dreaming.
Yeah, it feels like my dreams feel like I'm in a role play kind of thing, you know.
Yeah, dude, I've had crazy dreams. The lucid kind where you can control stuff. One time I was a vampire hunter in training that was also a vampire, and part of my training was learning how to levitate, and I could do it in my dream. I would like focus and think and control the heights and stuff. It was so wild. Dude, dreaming might be us actually traveling through the multiverse. We might be just popping into the other meat sacks, the other bodies that are of ourselves throughout.
Funny enough, I've actually had a dream where I've met myself in another time, another location. It's like, you know, with like Star Trek, when I go back in time, you know, kind of thing, and you ain't supposed to meet your other like Kirk or something, because it might do something to, you know, the universe that you.
Yeah, we don't know. They think it'll just explode. Yeah, they don't know.
Like, a bit like Back to the Future movie, you know.
Yeah, exactly. You just get erased.
That with yourself, it'll fuck you, like, you know, it'll fuck everything up.
Yeah.
Like, but mine is like where it says like it's like one of the ones where they come back to either help you or warn you about something that's going to happen in the future, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Weird.
I don't think that happens, man. I don't think, like, if you were to go back in time and see yourself, I don't think there would be a paradox. Or even if you killed your father, I don't think there would be a paradox and you'd disappear like Marty McFly in Back to the Future. I think what would happen is as soon as you travel back to the time, your reality, your timeline, it ceases to exist, and you're creating a whole new timeline in general. So you won't cease to exist. You're just going to live in that timeline that you kill your grandfather in, or your father, or you meet yourself in. You're just going to coexist with it. The timeline that was originally there doesn't exist anymore because you're not in it anymore.
No, some of the dreams I've had are a bit like fucking weird. It's like some of the movies, like Saving Private Ryan, you've got to go and rescue someone. Like, you know, like I've had fucking dreams with like Star Wars, you know, you go in and like trying to protect the fucking like the Empire or something, you know, kind of crazy, weird dreams. And they're like, you know, I've had fucking dreams where I've been fighting vampires, zombies, you know, werewolves. You know, I've had a dream where I've fought, like, you know, where I've actually fought. No Underworld, where you got that guy which is part werewolf, part vampire. I've even had dreams where I'm fucking fighting something like that, you know. Dragon Slayer, you know. I've had so many weird dreams. I'll tell you, I could probably write a complete book about the weird dreams. But the thing is, they never finish. As soon as it starts getting exciting, it suddenly just stops. And
yeah, weird. You just travel through different scenarios. Have you ever had those dreams where you fall in the dream and then you get jolted in your real life and you wake up?
Yeah,
like a big shock. Yeah, I've had that happen a bunch.
I've had one where I was in an aeroplane, the bloody aeroplane exploded because of like a terrorist attack or something. Yeah. No when you get like your aeroplane like taken over by a terrorist group. Yeah, I was in one of there, and the plane exploded, and I got sucked out of the aeroplane, and I was falling like free fall without a parachute. I was just about going to hit the ground. I went, whoa.
Crazy.
I kind of fucking scared it. I know sometimes they say, like, you know, if you have those near-death fucking like dreams, sometimes it seems like you're having a near-death experience from either something like in the past or the future. You know, but it could be
exactly. Well, dude, it's either scientific to where our brain is so amazing and so creative, it can create situations that we've never actually been in real life in our brains and make them feel exactly like they're really going on. I mean, dude, you've never been in an airplane that's going to crash. So how does your brain know how to create that scenario? So it's either our brains are just highly, highly crazy complex, or it's a mix of maybe past lives, maybe interdimensional travel.
Maybe it's part lives where they've experienced this.
Yeah, you're remembering your past lives. I mean, it's very possible, dude. One of the only reoccurring dreams, the reoccurring dreams are ones you have over and over, and they're the same exact scenario. The only ones, one of them, if not the only one I've ever had, because I can't really think of another one off top, is I'm sitting passenger in a car and we're driving up a mountain range, and it's really, you know, those crazy steep with the drop off right next to the road, and we go off the damn mountain at the top, and every time that I'd go through the barrier and start falling, I would wake up, and that happened multiple times. And so I wondered if that was a past life, or if I was seeing the future and that was my death and that's how I was going to die. So every time I'd go up those mountains, man, because I still go up them, not in the last couple of years, but my entire life went up them. I'd always get so nervous.
The thing is, right, we say it could be past life or it could be something in the future, right? You know, how do we know it's not spiritual, where people from the spirit world is jumping in, giving you their kind of like storyline on how they do.
We could be seeing their life. Yeah, dude, totally. That's just as possible. Yeah, good idea.
Because, like, you know, there's people I don't even know, you know, and like in the dreams, I'm getting to know them a little bit. They're telling me a bit about their life, and you know, especially like, you know, I know I've done a lot of World War II fucking scenario videos, you know, kind of thing. But I've been having a lot of like dreams where I'm fighting, like, you know, the Viet Cong, the Japanese, you know. I've even had ones where I'm fucking like in Wild West fighting the Animo kind of thing, you know, and like Battle of Bighorn, you know, the Battle of Bighorn and shit like that. I've had weird dreams like that. So like, you know, maybe like, you know, people who who fought in wars, you know, are coming through and like interacting with my dreams and telling me and showing me things like that, you know.
Yep. Totally, man. Or it could be an out-of-body experience and you're traversing through the different dimensions and you're just finding different dimensions where things are happening. Who knows, man? I like the idea of spirits. Like because that would explain why we see things so detailed, even though we've never been there or experienced things like that. Like just random crazy things like you and crashing in a plane, you know, like, yeah, man, it could be.
So the thing is, I'm just reading their little chat here. It says like, yeah, it's like possible we have the same interests. Now, isn't it funny that sometimes you say something and I'm just about thinking the same thing. I'll tell them, say, fucking hell, Rusty, I should just think about that, you know.
Yeah.
I know sometimes people can have the same kind of like, I suppose, interest in certain topics, or you know, have probably the same kind of thoughts, you know, kind of thing. But fuck me, man, you're just a stranger to me, you know, in one way, not being, you know, unpolite, but you live in fucking like across the world. I don't know you. You're not a brother or fucking like any relative, and you know, sometimes you're bringing up the same topic at night before you fucking start the damn thing.
Yeah. Yeah, synchronicity. Carl Jung, a famous psychiatrist or psychologist, I think he was a psychologist. He had a PhD and all that stuff. Really, he's still like esteemed in academia. But yeah, he had a theory that the synchronicity, like when you think about a friend and then the friend calls you out of nowhere, that's actually this cosmic undertow. There's this energy that we just can't see that's happening all around us, and sometimes people tap into that. Maybe that's what it is, man. Is like we both tap into it. Like, I don't know. It's an interesting thing, though, for sure.
That's another thing I'm going to be doing. Shutting my screen off sometimes when I'm doing a live stream, so they can't use my fucking like profile in my videos. But I like that picture you got on your background. I like that picture.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I just I just have a bunch of, when I was telling my ghost stories, I got a bunch of just pictures of like cool scenarios and houses and graveyards and.
So that's another thing I was going to think about doing, like, you know, doing ghost stories, but I'm not really good at doing ghost stories, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah, you got to be a decent reader. You got to be able to read for long periods of time and not stumble and stuff.
Well, you don't have to read a book, you know. You can actually make them up.
Well, you can tell them as well. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's very true.
I'm not good at doing that. I used to like to make up stories years ago, but now when I try to think of something, you know, you get that brain block, you know.
Oh, I know exactly what that's like, man. Yeah, I've experienced that in art, drawing, in writing, in even in video games. You just get to a point like that's hard and you can't beat it, and it's like no matter what you do, you can't beat it. It's like a block, and then you just step away for a day and come back and beat it in the first 5 minutes. I've had that happen so many times. It's like, what the hell? You just get to these weird blocks in life, creative blocks, mental blocks, brain farts. Brain farts. That's a good way. I like that term. Yeah. Well, that's, you know, and that's why I on my channel I do videos for a specific video game, and I never watch any other YouTube videos on it because I feel like it'll taint my creative process if I have somebody else's camera angles or views or editing techniques. So I never watch them, and it seems to pay off because nobody's has come on and say, hey, your videos are just like so and so. Like, I generally get really awesome feedback, like, man, you're the best, I love the way you edit these, oh, blah 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 blah. So yeah, it's interesting and it's fun and it's cool and it's creative, and that's what I've always liked to do. And I don't really draw anymore, so
fucking hell, when you it goes, I had a wet dream. Disgusting. How do you say it in my channel? Do you want me to time you out? That's disgusting.
Yeah,
people do have those, I suppose.
Too much information. Not like anybody else has.
How many people have those weird dream, a wet dream? It doesn't mean it's sexual. You wake up sweating buckets, you know, it's like a nightmare. So it depends on what he means by a wet dream. Exactly. I know what it means. Definitely know what it means. Dirty sod, saying that on my channel. But I'll tell you, I've had like dreams, more like nightmares, and I've woken up, you know, wringing wet, you know, sweat.
Yeah, sweating wise, yeah, man, I've woken up so it's like my shirt is soaking wet. It's like, wow, how much did I just sweat over? It's usually when I'm sick, though. Yeah, I sweat like a maniac when I'm sick.
I said about wet drinks. Now I can't use that on my fucking
Oh, what, dude? Don't even think about it. Just
Yeah,
talk. Just don't bring in too
I know
personal stuff.
just,
Don't talk about money. Don't talk about.
I know I'm so just pissed off, and you know when you think about things like that, and you kind of like accidentally say things, and it's like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. So I don't want to keep fucking taking my channel down or putting my videos on private, because that other one we had, I had to put on private when you was on last time. But I'm going to download that and edit it from time on.
Yeah.
That conversation and upload it again.
Oh, it's cool, man. Let's get back to dreams. I just remembered another weird thing about my dreams. For whatever reason, this is what I've read, but I've talked to other people and they say they can run fast and that they have no restrictive feelings when they sleep. But me in my dreams, when I want to walk or move in general, I just can't do it. I have to literally a lot of times drag myself across the ground. And I looked into that, and doctors think that's because my brain is aware that my limbs are asleep. So in my dream, for whatever reason, my dream awareness level has attuned it to where it doesn't allow me to use my legs and arms in the same manner. So I'm always feeling like dragging myself in my dreams. It's really weird. Anyway, to wrap it all up, one night in my dream, I was trying to pull myself up this hill for whatever reason, and I was getting right at the top, and I had one final pull, and I yanked myself, and then I woke up because in real life I lunged across my bed and slammed my head into the wall. I was like, oh crap. So I emulated what I was doing in my dream in real life, and I've done that with kicking too. I've felt myself woken up kicking in the air, like like kicking some nightmare or something. You ever had stuff like that? That's wild when you complete something physical in the dream in real life.
I think I might. I can't recall, but I can't do anything physical at the moment. Like, you know, I'm fucking broken.
Well, that's true. I'm in the past.
So, like, you know, in the past, like, I'll probably had dreams like, say, well, I'm like fighting, like, you know, Viet Cong or, you know, Japanese, or, you know, someone from like the early Victorian times, like in the civil Napoleonic War, or I even had a fucking dream where I fought another bloody Stone Age man because like he stole my idea, you know. Like, know the story about the Stone Age men when they first created the wheel. It's supposed to be like triangle, then they went into like square. Then someone actually thought about like making a wheel out of a circle stone. Yeah, I had a dream where I was like fighting two different people trying to steal my idea. It was really weird, you know.
That's awesome. Well, that's interesting because that just made me realize I don't think I ever dream I'm in different times, like in World War II or the Western days. Like I'm always in the current times in really random locations that I've never been in, like airports, museums, colleges, like all these really big places where there's a lot of people. I wish I had Western dreams. That'd be so cool to have some.
I've had one weird dream, but I can't really explain here right now because it isn't a nice dream, you know. And I don't really want to even mention it, really, to be honest. It's to do with a lot of deaths, innocent people dying, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah, my dreams always feel like they're a barbecue or a picnic. Like that's the feeling. Like I'm at an event with a bunch of random people that I don't know, but everybody's in good moods and everybody's kind of interacting on a good basis, but I don't know anybody, but they all feel familiar. It's so weird. That's how all my dreams are too.
Know that last movie, Jason X?
Where, in space, Jason, the one,
where they got that video bit where he's actually in Crystal, was it called Crystal Lake? And they put those two girls on, yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that part. Yeah.
When he picks them girls up in their sleeping bag, and it starts bashing them against the rock. I actually had a dream like that myself, as if I was like at some kind of like camping holiday, and some kind of like weird fucking crazy serial killer went around killing everyone, and I actually faced him face to face where he was like, you know, I saw him like bashing someone's brains in when I was in the sleeping bag, doing the same kind of thing. And like, you know, I'm trying to find something to like attack him with, like a chainsaw or you know, kind of some kind of big fucking poker or hammer or something, you know. I've had those dreams as well. I've had so many weird dreams. I say, like it's not a dream where you know you can have a nice peaceful dream, like going on a barbecue and meeting some nice romantic lady and you know falling in love and like end up married and getting kids, kind of thing. I've never had one like that. It's always to do with either violence or, like something crazy, like, there is always usually something violent in it. Oh, hello, Rose. I don't know if Rose wants to come on. I'll send her an invite.
Yeah. And deja vus have always been really weird to me because deja vus feel like I'm remembering dreams. Because one of the first times I experienced deja vu, at least in my memory, and it really stood out, was I saw a scenario at my dad's buddy's house that I never was there ever before this one time. And I don't really think I ever went past that one time. Anyway, I had a dream that I saw a scenario of people sitting at a table eating out of a fondue machine. Fondue is like that melted cheese where you dip meat and crackers into melted cheese. And I don't think I ever even had fondue before that point. Anyway, I saw that scenario. I was there. And I remember thinking, whoa, I dreamt this. This is so weird. And I think that was my first case of deja vu because I was maybe 7 or 8 years old that I can remember. And this is the only time that I think I've ever dreamt of seeing a place and then actually been there. But when I get deja vus, I get that same feeling as when I realized that I was seeing something I dreamt about a couple weeks earlier. It blew me away, dude. I've never had anything like that happen. It's still stuck with me this whole time. That's probably one of the most paranormal psychic experiences I've ever had. Because I did, man. I saw a place in the future that I'd never been to. And I literally saw that place like a week or two later. Such a trip. Yeah, that just sparked my memory just thinking of dreams and stuff. Because I never talk about dreams with people. So I don't think most people do. Because we still don't understand dreams. Scientists don't really know why we're dreaming. They have some theories, but they don't understand the working of it, like what's really going on, what is producing these crazy, vivid, like real life feeling sensations.
Laurie, I'm going to kick your goddamn ass. Go and spank you when I get my stick out and whack you across the ass, you start up. Laura's going, Rose, and I'm thinking Rose is there, and she's not on now.
She get.
I sent Rose an invite, and Rose ain't even on here.
I see. Okay. Funny.
So then I said,
that's what you call a chat fail.
Well, don't say Rose's name if she ain't on it because it's fucking confusing, man. My brain isn't working tonight.
I've done it though. I've said hello to people that aren't when I was in a chat room before, so I know what it's like. I've done it.
Don't me.
That's funny. Everybody else started reacting in chat too. That's funny. Everybody got cut off. I've done it. I've been there. So yeah, funny.
Yeah, don't touch much to fucking upset me. I tell you, don't upset me tonight. I'm not in no mood.
Do you think animals dream just like their life, or do you think they have wild, creative dreams like us, where they're like flying and stuff?
Well, I've had dreams where, like, I've been attacked by like a bear or lion or tiger or leopard or something, And
yeah, but do you think the animals dream like that? Do you think like a bear dreams he's flying?
Well, how about cats and dogs when they have dreams?
Yeah, and cats sleep away most of their lives too. Cats dream like 70% of the day or something. They sleep so much ridiculous part of their lives away. Yeah, well, we see dogs and cats because we live with them. They'll get like twitches where it looks like they're like chasing something or trying to catch something. I can imagine they have a lot of those. But I wonder if they have dreams where they're like underwater or in some random person's house. I guess we'll never know.
I remember when I was a young boy, we had a little dog, Anna. She loved little dog she was. I still think about her quite a lot, actually. She used to have dreams. You can see her kind of like twitching. They're sleeping, kind of making these weird noises. We used to sit there watching her. Then she started getting a bit, too, not aggressive, but if she'd go, not that in the sleep, we woke her up, call her name and bring her out of it, yeah. But my dog Anna died from the cat disease she caught from the next door neighbour. Now, she was heavily pregnant, my dog, yeah. She had like 7 pups. One of them died, but she still had 6 left over. Now, the thing what happened with my dog, right, she survived all the way up till 6 weeks, knowing that's when we was going to start giving the dogs, the puppies away. Then she just rolled over and died. And I've got a picture of her somewhere of my dog. I can't remember where it is, but we do have a picture of her. And when I see it, it kind of like brings a bit of sadness back, because she was like one of the fucking family. It's like Tammy, she's a family member now, I suppose. But if anything happened to her, you're gonna have that emotion, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. They become part of the family. Yep.
Although she's a little cow and a bit of a pain in the ass.
Well, you haven't been with Tammy as long as that other cow, I can imagine, right? Tammy's still what, like 4 years old? She's
about 4 years old.
Yeah.
We did have some other cats, when we had Anna, the dog. So she had like 7 pups, but one died. But we had 2 other cats, and they lived happily together with each other. I think one was called Ginger, because it was a ginger cat, but I can't remember what the other cat's name was, to be honest with you. It was so long ago. You're talking about 40 years ago.
Isn't it weird how dogs make a circle before they lay down? They walk in a circle.
Yeah, cat does it sometimes.
Yeah, cats will do that too. I don't know exactly why, but I remember hearing.
What it is, they're trying to get their bearings on where they are. And
that's one of the thoughts. Yeah, is that they're. But another thought is that when they slept in the wild for thousands and thousands of years, they would walk in a circle to mat down the tall grasses and make a bed. And so that's what my grandpa told me. But then later I heard about what you said, that it deals with the magnetic compasses, and that they're getting their bearings. Yeah,
getting the bearings and making sure that
it's probably both, man. It's probably like a combination of both.
No, I've seen cats like fucking do a circle on a fence, and then they ain't falling down by doing that. I don't know. They just like do a circle, lay down on a fence, and asleep, and like the fence is like very thin. I'm thinking, how the hell can they sleep?
Yeah, cats can sleep in some funny places for sure, man.
They sleep in trees, bushes.
Yeah. They like keyboards too. For whatever reason, they like to run up on our keyboards and screw with it. Dude, sometimes when you step out, Tammy will jump up on her desk. She totally loves to explore up there when you're gone. It's so funny. Little Tammy, little troublemaker. Yeah, I never I had a cat growing up when I was really, really young. My dad, when I lived with my dad, we got a cat. But then other than that, we never had any. She lived with us for like maybe 4 or 5 years, then just became a completely outdoor cat and survived on her own, but still would just visit us. But yeah, all my pets, dogs and cats, I grew up with my grandparents. So I would only spend like summers, like 2 or 3 months with the pets at a time, or like a week or 2 during a holiday at a time. So but man, I love dogs growing up. I would always cuddle up with them growing up, put my head on their belly while I'm sleeping or whatever. And the dogs that I grew up with were always so protective and so awesome.
Yeah, my dog was a little bit protective, and she was only a small dog,
Yeah, I miss dogs. They're just so much. They're basically like taking care of a person. You got to be really responsible with dogs. Cats are so much easier because they're so much more self-sustainable. Dogs are basically like taking care of little kids.
The thing is, people say like, dogs and cats, when they die, they go to a spirit world. Yeah, I suppose every animal's got their own kind of like spirit world, but why don't they go to their spirit world and they come back and haunt us? Because they know that we looked after them, I suppose, and cared for them, and they are being like classed as like a human, I suppose, because we talk to them, don't we? Just like we talk to a human, cats and dogs.
Yeah,
exactly. We don't go and talk to even a horse sometimes come back. I've seen videos where a farm's been haunted by a horse, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But, with cows, because and like other animals like pigs, chickens, things.
Yeah, you don't hear haunted goats, like a ghost goat. Yeah.
Well, interesting. There's been a story of like a haunted bull, like the male cow. But that's just right, probably bullshit, really. But we don't know, like, what happens with all the cows and rabbits and
squirrels and stuff. Yeah, no, exactly.
Our own like food.
And what about fish and birds and insects, like spiders and ants? What about them? Yeah.
Well, do they even have a god? I suppose they probably do have their own fucking god.
Well, in the Buddhist view is you can become a spider, you can become a fish. Like everything is a person at one point and will become a person or will become, it depends on what you do in your life and how you're punished or rewarded, basically. So that's their views. Everything is all life is connected and we're all the same thing. So
if there is like a way of coming back, like reincarnation, I don't think I want to be reincarnated in this life, you know, especially as a human. Not with all the bullshit that's going on, you know.
well, that's if you look at it like a spiritual learning test, that's part of the test is you're supposed to grow and learn from these trials. And that's basically a good way to look at life in general when you're down and out. And it's really hard when you're in the moment, but if you can get out of it and reflect back on it as this is just part of the trial to make you a better person in general. So,
you know what I'd like to come back as?
oh, I know, Apollo.
No.
What?
Polos can be eaten and digested.
Yeah, but you love them so much. I wouldn't be surprised if you want to come back.
I'd come back as a grain of sand.
Mm. Oh, that's deep. That's very metaphysical.
Like, you know, the grain of sand. It takes thousands and thousands of years to, I suppose, like wear down to like a dust particle, and like that sand can be blown all over the world, used as like, you know, construction. It can be used as like a kiddie using it as like a sandcastle. I just don't want someone to come along and crap on me.
Yeah.
Hey, in a minute, you just cracked on me, mate.
Oh, you could get eaten by a fish because fish have sand in their belly just from eating random stuff. You could be inside the belly of a fish.
But, you know, I wouldn't like to come back reincarnated as another person just yet. Because there's just too much hate in this world right now.
Yeah. And especially when you have a rough time, it seems like it's everywhere. I know it, man. It seems
no, it's not just so much that's going on with me, right? But how many things you've seen on the news, media, or anywhere where people have like reunited and joined and become like happy people, and you don't see that shit. It's all fucking violence.
That's just because it doesn't sell. It doesn't get views. Nobody cares that Aunt Betty turned 90 when they could see some car accident on Interstate 45. They don't. It's a weird anomaly of humanity. we want peace and we want happiness, but we are satisfied with showing the media that we want to see bad stuff versus happiness and peaceful stuff. It's really weird. I bet it can be argued, debatable, that right now there's actually more good things happening than bad things. It's just the way our media all over the world portrays it. But then you could also argue there's more bad things because in general, there's more poor, desolate people in this world right now than there are people that are living like you and me and everyone listening. There are more people that are starving and just barely making it and having to walk 6 miles just to get water. And it's not even clean water. There's more people living like that on this planet right now than us. That's a trip to think about. We take our lifestyles for such granted because we live in big countries. You would think the majority of the world. No, the majority of the world is still third world. The majority of the world is still desolate. Extreme poverty, the majority of humanity. It's kind of a trip to think about.
Yeah, but
so I guess in a way you can argue that there is more bad than good in that way if you look at it like that, because I'm pretty sure I'm correct on that. The 8 billion people, out of that 8 billion people, are more than 50% of them living like the average American or European? No, not even close. So yeah, crazy. So maybe there is, man. Well, you know, that's part of this spiritual revival, and also Jesus coming back. That Jesus is supposed to be coming back. Is we're supposed to be getting. We're supposed to be on the upturn of this bad angle. I'm just using it as an example. I'm not religious, but yeah.
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Right. Don't start with that for fuck's sake, because when I was down the police station, you know, I was talking to this guy. I won't say his name because I just don't need to say his name. But he was like down there to try and report about his neighbours putting witchcraft on him, yeah?
Oh, interesting.
Right. Now, he was like Catholic. And, you know, he you know, he was going on about, you know, Jesus, like, you know, dying and being reincarnated and he's coming back, all this stuff, yeah. But I said, like, I'm not being funny, yeah, but that I don't really want to know about because, you know, although I'm classed as a Christian, I suppose, you know, and I still go to church when I need to, yeah. I told him I don't believe in what is in the Bible. You know, I believe somewhat's in the Bible, yeah, but I said, like, the Bible's always being changed. Books are taken out and new books being put in.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, you
It's
know, you
just a
should like
modern,
read the
yeah.
book of, like, you know, the King James book. I said, I've got the King James book. It goes, well, have you read it? I said, no, because I find it boring. I can't sit there and read a book which I can't understand, right? And I'm saying, look, you know, I'm not being funny here, but they say in the Bible you ain't supposed to talk to the dead, right? He goes, yeah. I said, well, why the hell are we talking to Jesus? Because he died. Oh, yeah, but he came back. He wasn't dead. I said, look, to me, he died. That means he was dead, right? I said, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be rude about religion or anything like that. He died. He was stone cold dead on the cross. They took him down, and yeah, okay. So he came back to life, you know, and, you know, he's reincarnated. But to me, he was still dead. I said, you know, and they're saying that we can't talk, you know, to dead people. I said, I've been doing 7 years, and I believe I've helped out many fucking dead people. And, like, you know, it doesn't matter if people believe me or not. And, like, you know, we just kind of, like, thought, fuck this, and we ended the conversation. But he went in, and he's talking to the police officer about, you know, him being picked on by these people that came from South Africa, you know, white and Caucasian, pointing curses on him, like, you know, making his mum ill and die, making his sister kind of seriously ill and trying to commit suicide. Now, the guy was okay to talk to, but some of the things he was saying was, like, to me, a bit weird and over the top. You know, I didn't really want to listen to some of the shit he was talking about because I didn't want to pry into his private life. So I kept trying to change the topic, you know, and I was glad that when they called him in, I thought, thank God for that, at least, you know, kind of thing. But yeah, I do believe there's God, you know, I believe that Jesus is, you know, is alive somewhere, reincarnated. But why is it that they keep coming up, you know, especially with occults and stuff like that, saying, you know, Jesus is going to be resurrected? Well, wasn't he resurrected when he died?
Yeah.
Where's he been for these thousands of years? Right, it just don't make sense to me sometimes, you know. And I'm thinking,
What? Hey, did he say why you're not allowed to talk to spirits? Did he explain why, by any chance?
he was trying to explain the reason why, but I didn't want to listen.
Yeah, I was just curious what he would say why. Well, honestly, I mean, I can't say I'm like you. I can't say there's a God or there's Jesus, but I think there is some sort of power out there that is everything and anything all at once. And so that's the term agnosticism, or being agnostic. Basically, is that I don't turn down the idea of God. It's just I think that our view is the view of one of the first monopolies. You know, a monopoly is like Burger King or McDonald's trying to take over Burger King and be the best thing ever. The Bible was one of the first monopolies ever. It, especially worldwide. As soon as the Gutenberg press, the first printing press, was made, it started pumping out Bibles. And so, yeah, it's in a way, it's a form of control, of civilization control, and it's but I don't want to make it sound like I look down on the Bible, because I think its core mechanics, its core teachings are beautiful. And I think that if one can actually absorb those teachings, which you don't need a church for, and that's another thing, is I think the speaking to the dead thing that came from the churches was a way for them to monopolize churches and make you go to church. Like, oh, you can't speak to your dead, so you have to come to churches and talk to, we're the only ones that can talk to Jesus and all these people or whatever. So it's all a form of that. But I think people will inherently search spirituality no matter what religion they're in. And that's why some people leave religions and join other religions. That's why atheists sometimes become religious. That's why religious people sometimes become atheists, is that it's just a path. And I think everyone finds their own interesting personal path
the
through
thing
it.
is,
So
with religion, you know, it leads to like fucking holy wars and shit like that as well, don't
Exactly. That's we have pretty much a record of religion being bad. Yeah. It's just a form of control, really, in the long run.
What I don't understand, right, is when you get these occult leaders, you know, saying that they're a messiah, you know, and come to me, you know, we're going to talk to God in our own way. But suddenly, like, they fucking armed up to the teeth with, like, fucking rifles, machine guns, and grenades. And they go out and say, oh, God's told me to go and, like, kill someone today. You know, and they go,
yeah, why do people listen to maniacs like that, man? We don't know, dude. Yeah, the one you sound like you're talking about, the famous one in America, that was the Waco, Texas, and David Koresh. He told everyone he was Jesus or the next Jesus, and all these people believed him and followed him. And yeah, it ended in a crazy shootout with the ATF, the Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearm Division of the government. So yeah, man. Why do people? There's also, it was in California in the 70s. There was that cult that everyone was going to go. There was a spaceship or an asteroid that was going to fly by, and in order for them to go to their planet, they had to drink the Kool-Aid. That's where that saying come from. Drinking the Kool-Aid, because they all poisoned themselves. Like 100 or 200 people drank this Kool-Aid, poisoned themselves because their leader told them they were going to hop on this asteroid and fly to another planet.
Yeah, I heard about that one.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's where that term "drinking the Kool-Aid." Oh, you're drinking the Kool-Aid, huh? Yeah, that came from that instant in the 60s. I can't remember the damn name, so on the tip of my tongue, but yeah, crazy stuff, man. Why do we do that? I don't know, man.
So, as I say, I'm not into like reading the Bible. I've never read the Bible from front to cover to back. I've probably read half the first chapter, you know, like 10 to 15 pages. And that is it. I just couldn't get my head around it. But like Leslie's saying, dead right. But the New Testament changes that view. In the Old Testament, that said we shouldn't talk to dead. But I think now is what she's trying to say. In the New Testament, we can talk to dead.
Well, it's silly because, I mean, every time anybody passes away, I mean, even on television, you see at a funeral their loved ones talking to their corpse. So, I mean, it's like it's obviously something that we as humans have a need to communicate with our deceased. I mean, I didn't even think anything at all the night my grandpa passed away when I was going to sleep. I just literally started talking out loud, like as if he was in the room. And so technically I was sinning in the extreme religious view, but man, I wasn't thinking any of that. It was all like my heart and emotions. And so I don't think, I think it's just, in the long run, the Bible is good when it comes to teaching morals, but it's bad when it comes to mind control, because now there's no need for this kind of weird mind control these days.
So the thing is, when someone dies, right, you might get a family member who goes and visit the grave every week for, you know, 10, 20 years, you know, because they missed the person, left the person, and want to still in one way communicate with them, yeah? Right, but you know, it seems like they're trying to say, we ain't there to talk to the dead. You know, once they're dead, you bury them and forget them. That's it. Over and done with. They're not going to be there to talk to you. But how do you know spiritually that they're not there to talk to you?
Exactly. Well, that's the thing, is we just don't know in the long run. So why make a snap judgment one way or another? And that's why I always try to be really open in my own research, is we just don't know. So why say yes or no? I just say I don't know. There's nothing wrong with not knowing. Nothing. You just, if anything, you're more open to learning things when you say you don't know. So yeah, it's human flaws, man.
How do we know that we're not being told things to learn for when that time does come? You know, how many people turn around and said, well, they've had a near-death experience and they've seen like the white light, they've seen like the pearly gates, and they've seen angels flying around. Or some people turn around and say, well, I saw nothing, I just saw darkness, blackness.
Yeah.
And things
yeah,
like
that's a weird thing. Yeah. And other people have said that they've like floated above their body and turned around and have watched them, like people working on them on the hospital bed. That's a wild one too, man.
See, I've only had like, I've had a dream like that where I've like thought I was dying, and like, you know, I'm floating above my body, and like, you know, the dream was that I had like some kind of like accident, like a car accident, not actually being in a car, but being knocked down by a car, being rushed to hospital. I'm on the actual operating table, and I'm seeing myself kind of like being operated on, and you see like white lights, but in that white light with the actual room itself, I've seen like shadows all darting around, like, you know, dark shadows, if it's death waiting for me, you know, to come down and get me. But then like I'm back in my body because it wasn't my time. It's really weird dreams are sometimes. Like, it's not always fighting, you know, it's always like, you know, I have other dreams like where I'm like a hero, I'm helping people, you know, I'm trying to like stop you know, fights and deaths. You know, I must say, like, most of them is about death anyway, but I'm trying to like stop people being harmed, you know, like I'm trying to rescue people from a fucking zombie apocalypse, you know, and trying to band whatever people can find together to, like, you know, survive. So you know, it's kind of weird that I'm having dreams where death is, you know, in practical every dream. It doesn't matter if I'm actually part of like killing someone or like seeing someone being killed, but I'm also having dreams where I'm trying to stop death. You know, I don't know, it's fucking weird.
Well, dude, I mean, I mean, I can't say for certain, but it does sound like you're basically witnessing other people's memories in your dreams. And I mean, I know you've had talking board sessions way back in the past that said like you're gonna get gifts and you'll develop these gifts and all, you know. And so maybe that's part of just being a quote unquote medium. You know, maybe I don't know what medium, like a true medium, actually sees or feels, but maybe that's part of it. Is you literally see their lives through your own eyes in your dreams. Yeah, really weird, because that's why it's this, the way it sounds like totally like that, man, because you're in so many different scenarios in your dreams, where in my dreams I'm always in the same scenario. It's like some random location and it's like a picnic style environment where everybody's just hanging out. It's always the same crap every time. It's really weird, but there's just different locations. In your dreams, you're like living lives that you didn't live. So
I mean, they're everywhere. I'm fucking all over.
yeah, man, that's a trip.
You know, I mean, fucking out of space, trying to, like, you know, stop the Empire destroying, like, whatever. Okay.
See, I've had crazy space dreams too. How does our brains know what space looks like on that scale? Because that's the one thing I can remember about my space dreams is feeling the scale of the universe. Because it's like even astronauts say you get this vertigo feeling, this feeling like you're gonna just basically lose your balance when you look up at the cosmos outside of the planet. And I've had that sensation in my dreams. How does my brain even know that? Unless maybe I'm actually there and checking it out, or I'm having somebody else's memory, or yeah, man, what the hell? It's so weird. Yeah, I had that one too was crazy because when I realized the breadth of the universe, this giant spacecraft started coming in and this huge battle started taking place on this planet, this random planet I was on. It was so weird.
I've had other dreams, like, you know, it's not always fighting and wars. You know, I've had things where, as I say, I felt people over in had a fucking dream well on a planet where there's nothing but women, you know. And
ooh, yeah, that's my kind of
dream.
They
want to like populate their planet with, like, you know, men. And like all their men were destroyed by some kind of like virus, and there ain't no male children at all. You know, it's all women between the age of like fucking 18 and 30, you know, kind of thing. They're all trying to like seriously, you know, hey, we want you to give us a baby. And like, there's probably about 20,000 people I've got, like, you know.
Yeah, I think that's like kind of every guy's fantasy, you know, but I don't think they'd really like it.
I'll probably be dead time. No. Wonder drug was going to keep you alive for the next 1,000 years or something. You're gonna make us all pregnant, and you're gonna be, you know, help us to populate the planet with like men again, you know, kind of thing. I said, well, can't you just like fucking like do some kind of electronics and just like make androids of me or something, you know? But
Weird. Dreams are so weird. Yeah, I've had dreams where I've had the Force, like in Star Wars, and I could bring an object to my hand, like the lightsaber to Luke. But for mine, it was just like an empty tin can. Because in my dream, I was trying to get bigger objects, but the only thing I could get was a tin can or a piece of paper. Maybe that's what it was. It was something really light, and I was able to make it force pull into my hand. Dude, it felt so real. It was like I was there doing it, controlling it. It was so crazy.
I had so many weird dreams.
Well, like I said, scientists still don't know what the hell. The idea is the main basic popular idea is your brain's like a computer and it overheats if it's on for a long time. And so sleep is a way for it to cool down and process and put the files where they need to go, like your anger files, your happy files, like the things that you experienced and saw within that day gets filed away nicely into with little compartments in your brain. That's the most popular theory. I mean, I can't say for certain. We just don't know. We don't know, man.
All the shit that's going on and like putting my dreams together with like, you know, reality. I could make a fucking book or a movie about it and probably become a millionaire over fucking night if I could, but
yeah, well, there's supposedly techniques like these are all techniques that basically you have to just keep being very redundant and keep practicing them. But there's supposedly techniques to where you can think of your mind like a scenario, like a movie, and control it and enter your mind like that. And like imagine your mind like a temple or a library and actually walk through the hallways and go to specific places where memories are logged. Supposedly people have accomplished this crap. It's just, it takes practice and a lot of mental acuity and focus.
The only mental thing I've got going on right now, you know, I feel like I'm cracking up and maybe I should go into a mental asylum and stay in there for a few years. Maybe I might come.
Yeah, you're okay, dude. If you think you're going crazy, you're not going crazy. That's like the number one thing I've heard.
They're trying to see me fucking crazy, aren't they? So.
Real crazy people don't know they're crazy, man. They have no idea. If you think you're going crazy, that means you're still perfectly sane. Trust me.
Well, I feel like I'm crazy.
Well, and here's my thing. I know I've said it a million times. I know it probably hasn't stuck with people, but I apologize if people are tired of me saying this over the years. But I think all of humanity is insane. Every single person, you, me, your mom, my mom, the presidents, teachers, nurses, doctors, everyone is insane. And it's just, that's what happened when we stop being monkeys or God or Adam ate the apple or whatever that genesis of becoming more intelligent, self-aware creatures is. The byproduct is insanity. And that would explain why the world is the way it is. That would explain why lawyers and politicians are the butt of our jokes and we know they're all corrupt, but they're still in charge. That's because we're insane, they're insane, everyone's insane. It's no governmental, a dirty little secret that I think the elites really know. And
no governmental shit on there, thank you.
Oh, I meant the big G, the big G. Yeah, sorry. Well, anyway, you get my point, though. Doctors, I mean, that would explain why there's corruption in doctors, any facet of life. There's good people and bad people, and there's the levels of insanity. And who's to say that the people we think are the most insane in these loony bins, maybe they actually are the most sane and are the most insane? Who's to really say, dude? We don't have we're winging this all as we go. We don't know. We have no book to read about past humans that got this far in their technology. We're way past.
The other day when I was in the police station, yeah, the WPC was like asking me questions, right? And I was trying to ask her the best I can, yeah. And she goes, Steve, goes, I'm not trying to be funny, but you didn't have haters in a world like now. The world wouldn't be like it is. If you didn't have war in this world, it wouldn't be like it is. You know, if you got like love, hate, whatever, it wouldn't be like it is, because it's like a rotation all the time, and you need those to continue to like make the world run, you know, in a like, I suppose, you know, as it is. Because like what happened to the world we didn't have the 80s? What happened to the world we didn't have love? What happened to the world we didn't have wars and famine and starvation and shit like that? So it's going like, you know, it's going to happen. You can't change what's happening in the world right now. So
well, yeah, and dude, who's to say that this isn't destiny, that this isn't fate, that everything we do, every word we say, and everything that is going to happen has already happened and is going to happen, and there's nothing we can do to change it. That's also like going back to kind of like the book, the Bible. Maybe this has already all been written out and we're just playing it out as actors. We don't know, man. We'll never know until we all reach those quote unquote pearly gates. Some people might be reaching those fiery gates, but yeah.
How do we know the pearly gates even exist or not? It's only from what we've been told, you know, through spirits, I suppose.
Yeah.
How do we know the pearly gates is even heaven? It could be hell. We could all be going to hell.
Yeah. No, exactly. And that's just a modern view. I mean, before Christianity took over as one of the main world religions, I mean, there's all sorts of religions that have also, like the old Jewish view of the ancient Hebrew view of death is that I think they call it Shabbalah or Sabbalah or something. I can't remember. I'm probably not saying it right, but it's the name Sabalba, maybe. Anyway, it's a place that's like limbo, and there is no heaven and hell. There's living life and there's death life. And so you either live in the material world or you live in the spirit world. And that's all there is. There's just these two places.
What movie it was. There's a movie where someone died and they weren't sure what way they was going to go. And they had to walk a highway, and then infinity highway, where there's hundreds of thousands of light spirits wondering what way they're going to go, heaven or hell. And when you get to that infinity end of that line, you know, you're being judged. If they haven't decided to either send you either way, you go back to the end of the line at that infinity highway, and it could take hundreds or even thousands of years before they can give you the right correction, you know, the right correction. Right, sorry, been a bad boy, you're going to hell. Yeah, but I repent myself, you know, repenting myself. I said sorry and all that. Yeah, but, you know, God don't want people like that here, you know. So you're going to hell, or maybe, okay, we'll do something. We'll appeal to God. And while you're waiting for the appeal, you've got to go back on that line, you know, right back to the end and start all over again.
Yeah.
Get back, you know, let you know what your appeal is. And it can take hundreds of thousands of years before they can get there. How do we know that, you know, that ain't like that on the other side? You know,
it's very possible, man. Dude, the ancient Egyptian 5, 6, 7,000 years ago, if not older, their thought was that when you die, your heart gets weighed against a feather. And if you've sinned, your heart will be heavier than a feather. And if you haven't sinned, it'll weigh the same as a feather. And so the only way you could get into the field of reeds is what they called their heaven. And the only way you could get into that is if your heart weighed at least as much of a feather or less than a feather. So, I mean, that just shows you the idea of good people getting to go to a good place and bad people going to a bad place, or not being allowed in that good place, at least goes back centuries, thousands and thousands of years, and probably to the dawn of humanity. It's just ancient Egypt and Sumeria is as far as we go back writing. So that's why history kind of stops there as modern history, even though there's a lot of history, tons of history. We just don't have it documented.
Yeah.
And so much of our history we know was destroyed in the 1 or 2 burnings of the Library of Alexandria. There were supposedly countless scrolls of all sorts of histories and documents from all sorts of different countries and nations and ideologies and cultures and religions that were brought there and destroyed. So who knows what was lost? There could be entire peoples, entire civilizations that existed that we're yet to find, but were documented, but are gone. We just don't know, man.
With that, though, that could be bullshit. You know, you've had people like, you know, from Christianity, you know, like, you know, when they went over, fought the holy wars and all that shit from, you know, like King Arthur's time.
Yeah. Well, that
didn't they? How do we know they didn't?
Yeah. Well, that is one of the quotes that always sends shivers up my spine that I dislike the most is not only to the victors go the spoils, but history is written by the victor. The history is written by the winner. So yeah, that basically just means the winner can alter history any way they seem fit because they're in charge. And so that's how it's been since the written word, is that yes, yes, the history is written by the victors. Yes.
They got big underground like bunkers where they've got so much stuff that
yeah, like Warehouse 13. Yeah.
No, they reckon they got the Holy Grail, they got the Holy Cup, you know, and they've got all that kind of stuff hidden away.
Well, you know, a lot of the modern Bible stuff was found recently too in the Dead Sea Scrolls. The Dead Sea Scrolls, I believe, weren't uncovered until the 40s or 50s or 60s. It wasn't that long ago. And so that added all these other books and ideas and brought other ones out to light that haven't been picked up and mainstreamed by the church, such as the Book of Enoch. And the Book of Enoch is very similar to the stories of Hermes in Greek Roman times, and also Thoth, the Egyptian god of knowledge, back to Egypt. There's this thread in between these deities. Yeah, I can't remember where I was going with that. I had something really good. I was going to go there, but I got totally sidetracked thinking of Thoth because I had to start remembering the ancient Egyptian ones. But
so I'm just going to put my ham and cheese back in the fridge. Can't be bothered.
Yeah, now go for it.
I've lost my fucking appetite. I can't eat. Can't sleep, can't eat. I will be ending up in hospital soon again.
What was I going to say about that crap? Hermes. What was it? Yeah, I can't remember.
Well, I'll just go to the bathroom.
All right. I'll try to jibber jabber about something. Let's see. What else were we talking about? Dream stuff. Yeah. I'm trying to think of other crazy, weird dreams. Oh, something I've noticed about dreaming too is when, especially since I live in kind of like a mountainous area, if I'm camping and I'm outdoors and I'm not in a stuffy room, this is what I think it is I'm getting more oxygen is what I think it is. And I have some of the most vivid, most lucid dreams when I'm camping. And so I've wondered if, living in your room with your dust, which is just skin particles and other crap and pollen and dander and all that crap that you're constantly breathing when you're sitting in a room all day. Yeah, when you're outdoors all day, the dreams I would have were crazy. Anyway, one of the craziest dreams I ever had camping was I was in this huge river, swampy, jungly area, and the sky was black. I couldn't see stars or anything, so it kind of felt like I was in a cave. I could have been in a cave as well. And I was on one side of the river, and the opposite side of the river of me was a hillside with like 20 or 30 random people trying to climb up this hillside and struggling and falling back down. And I was meandering up and down the river, just kind of looking. And like, I think I was thinking, what are they doing? And a damn alligator or crocodile jumped out of the river and lunged at me and scared the crap out of me. And I think that's when I woke up. But that scenario, why it stuck out to me was it was so real and so vivid. And I was so aware that I was seeing something in a dream that it stuck with me. And that scenario of seeing random people in a random place that I've never been before, lots of random people, 20 or 30 random people, if not more. I have these damn same kind of style dreams all the time. Just that one was super, super vivid. And I remember waking up thinking, damn, I wonder if just having more oxygen and breathing out the outdoor air, sleeping outdoors in a tent, is the reason why these damn dreams are so intense.
I love to like go out camping sometimes. Like, you know, when I go to Clapham Common, if I'm going to do an overnight, I'll just like take my tent with me. I had one tent. I had one tent, right, and it said on the actual tent. So you wondered where your girlfriend was last night. Think again, you know, and like I had a lot of people like taking photos of the cat of the tent. Yeah, I still got it, but it's like kind of broken, so I had to get another one. But you know, I made sure the cat had like plenty of food. You know, I left her 2 bowls of fucking food and drink some of the time, you know. And like I used to go out during the daytime, get to Clapham Common, stick the old tent up, sleep there overnight, and then come back home the next morning or next afternoon. And like, you know, I even done it when there weren't no other people there, because I always like camped near the actual side road canteen. Because like, you got like a trader kind of thing where he does like tea, coffee, milk, you know, sandwiches and shit like that. And I always like no one went around. I camped near him because, like, if anything happened, no, they could hear it, and like they'd be probably like run them over with a fucking carving knife and chase off, who was trying to call them shit. But it was good there. I enjoyed doing it. I'm not saying I'm not going to do it again, but if I was to do it, I've got to get a new fishing license, which is going to be like 50 quid. And I'm not going to do that until next year because, like, the fishing license over here starts in March. Now, if I was to buy one now, I'd only get like October, November, December, January, February, March, 6 months, which ain't going to be worth it. So what I'm going to do is wait until, like, if I've got the money, wait until towards the beginning of March, and then, like, order a new one and do a little bit more fishing. Get back to doing a little bit of fishing and doing videos and stuff like that, like I used to, and start camping out again. Because I did enjoy camping out time to time, Although I didn't really.
Yeah, man, you always feel great, huh? Like you just feel so good when you can't. You know why? I honestly think it's because for literally 100,000 years we lived outdoors, man. So the human body, I think, is just better outdoors. It'll feel better. It'll become more alert. Blood will pump better. You get more oxygen. You can see clear. Like, dude, every time I go camping, I always just feel so great. And food, because you're active, you're out there moving. Every time you have dinner or breakfast or lunch and you're cooking it, it always smells better. It tastes better. At least that's my own experience with camping. And I think it has to do with because forever we were outdoor people, and then we became more and more indoor. And now for last couple hundred years, especially in the industrial age boom and now the technological age, we just pretty much sit on our butts all day. I mean, even me, man, I have days where I'm just sitting on my butt all day. So,
well, if I could go back in time, and like I'd probably miss my kids and stuff like that, because I've got 3 great kids. But if I could turn back my time, I'd go back to my early teen years old, and try to recreate my life in a different way. I wouldn't even bother like living in England. I'd probably go to Alaska or somewhere where you got the big forest out there, like the old.
Yeah, and they pay you to live in Alaska, man. They want people in Alaska, so you can actually get paid. I think it's like 2,000. It's nothing crazy, but helps to pay your bills, man. Gives you food. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, but I'd like to be like, I don't know if you've seen those TV programs like, Building Alaska or The Wild Man, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'd like to go out and try to survive, kind of thing. Not have all this shit and all this trouble going on.
Yeah, you definitely got to be hardy. Yeah, I think it's like you do have sun though. I mean, there's months of sun and warmth. It's just the majority is cold. I think it's like 6 months cold and 4 months kind of warm, or 3 months kind of warm and 7 months or more than that or whatever. I guess 12, whatever equals 12.
It's not so much I'm scared to go out and camp at the moment. It's just that you just don't know who might be out there, Might get some kind of raised fucking lunatic out on a killing spree, or they might just want to come and rob you and like do things for money.
Yeah.
So like I'm too old for that shit now. If I was able to like go turn back time, to my early teens, 1920s, I'd try to save money to go over and like live in, like Alaska or Canada or somewhere like that. I don't want to be sitting out in a fucking freezing cold all the time, I want to be where I can actually forget about technology. You probably need a ham radio or something, kind of emergencies and stuff like that, yeah. No, probably have a TV, but, I wouldn't have a computer, I wouldn't have internet. I'd be kind of like trying to survive day by day by hunting, making my own clothes, my own boots, just by trapping. Trade like skins and stuff for the stuff I need, like fuel. Just like a proper mountain man, kind of
yeah.
thing. I love to.
Yeah, well, I mean, dude, that's how we lived as an entire species for so long, so much longer than we have in this. Dude, electricity is still somewhat new. I mean, the flying planes and electricity are not even reached 200 years old yet, I think. Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they both came around the early 1900s. Electricity maybe a little earlier than that, but pretty sure both early 1900s is when electricity and planes and the automobiles and our modern lifestyle basically was born. So it's still really young, dude. We just don't know what's going to happen because of that. No, what you're describing, years ago, I saw an awesome documentary on our public broadcasting channel. That's like where it's like publicly funded stuff. So they show some really interesting things. And one of them was filmed by himself. It was an old dude, maybe in his 60s, maybe early 70s, that took an old camera and went up into the mountains, maybe Alaska, or maybe it was like Northern America, like Montana. It was really mountainous, wherever it was, maybe Canada. And he literally got flown in, had some supplies to build his little shack, and started building a little shack. And then he literally just like built his life there from scratch and filmed the entire thing. It's so interesting. I think all he had was a radio because he had to call in supplies. Like food would get flown in and then they would land on its lake and stuff, like other supplies and crap like that, I guess. But yeah, super simple. Hunted, fished, and grew his own food.
Yeah, that's what I like to do. You know, if I was to like be reincarnated or born again, that's what I'd like to do. I wouldn't like be sitting here doing what I'm doing. You know, I want a complete different life. No.
Yeah, well, that's my plan, dude, is I'm hanging out in the city for another 5-10 years. And then as soon as like some things happen, I'm gone. I'm going up into the mountains or I'm going into the plains, because the plains are just open fields in the southern part of my land. And the land is super cheap. You can literally go to places where you don't see anybody within all your eyes. No cities, nothing, nobody. So yeah, I just want to disappear. I'm so tired of people.
Sometimes I just want to lay down and not wake up, mate, to be honest with you. But it's like I've got my kids to look up, you think about, my grandson to look after, and try and like see him grow up. And maybe like, you know, see him possibly get married and have his own kids, you know, and become a great-great-granddad. But
yeah, maybe he'll become a little ghost hunter and you'll be able to teach him all your tricks and stuff.
It's like sometimes I just say, like, is it worth it? You know, just let me sleep and not, you know, let me wake up. I know it's things like, you know, harsh and stupid, but sometimes I just don't want to wake up. You know, take me early. Take me early. If you need to take me early, take me early. That's all I feel sometimes, you know. So fucking stressed and depressed, and I'm like being fucked over left, right, and centre at the moment. So what's the point of it, you know? But as I keep saying, you know, I've got to look more to the future, you know.
Yeah, well, dude, it's a couple people that are giving you grief, and then there's hundreds of people that appreciate you and support you, man. Don't let a couple of bad apples ruin everything. It's literally just a couple people, dude, and that's it. Like the 98% of the people that watch your stuff are into you and like you and respect you and want to learn, and some, or like you said, there's all sorts of reasons people watch you. So they just like to listen to you ramble. Sometimes some people just like your voice and want to hear your talk. And so who knows, man? Like
my voice, I got fucking problems, man. I need that.
You just don't know, man. My point is you don't know, and my point is the majority of people are good people and are supporters. It's literally just a couple people, dude. Just don't pay any mind to a couple people when there's hundreds and hundreds of other people that actually care. So, and you got to remember, there's tons of people that don't ever comment too, man. Like there's all sorts of people that like your stuff, watch your stuff, give you thumbs up, and you don't even know who they are. And there's a lot of those, tons of those, if not the majority of the views come from that kind of stuff. So yeah.
I would like to get and do more, you know, investigation, but it's so hard to try to find something around here, you know, and like without transport, you know, I'm kind of screwed. No, I can't be doing the same shit all the time. You know, I'd like to do some investigation at night time, different locations, but I can't be going out on my own because like there's a possibility I could trip over and like break my neck or something, or I could be robbed, murdered. You know, and you need someone there to be like, you know, as a backup. So I can't really do much, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and you live in London too, so yeah, I don't blame you for that. You definitely, it'd be better to always have somebody with you on those kind of things, dude. So yeah, I guess I take that for granted where I'm living. It's relatively damn safe compared to London, one of the most major cities in all the freaking world. So yeah.
So with here over here, you've got nowhere to go really, because like they're always fucking like selling our land for like, you know, people come and keep building shit on. We're losing their ancestry, we're losing their history, because people just want to keep fucking building on the shit, you know.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
that is crazy. That's in a few more 100 years, dude. All your old buildings will probably be gone because you just don't have the land. You have to build on top of everything. That's crazy to think about. Where we have nothing but land here, dude. When you fly in planes, it's just like nothing but land on all sides. It's crazy. Well, I guess at one point you guys will have to have a second invasion, and you'll just run out of room in the UK, and you'll have to come invade America again, running out of room.
sometimes I wish we had a fucking alien invasion, so like, you know, not so much going to kill a lot of, you know, like humans, but you know, we'd be band together, I suppose, and a lot of the hate will like disappear because we'd be trying to protect each other.
Yeah, like a zombie apocalypse. How
Yeah.
would society? I honestly think that people would work more together than like a lot of the movies and stuff when it comes to post-apocalyptic life. They make it seem like everybody just turns to anarchy and it's going to kill themselves. I doubt that's what would really happen. I mean, clearly there'd be bad people, but there's just as many good people. There's all sorts of good people out there.
Well, it's like, you know, I've seen a few movies. I can't think what they're called, but you've had the zombie apocalypse. You know, people trying to survive, but then you've got the people who are going around and like fucking kill you because they turn into cannibalism. You know.
Yeah, well, that's one of the major complaints with the Walking Dead series is that like they portray life after some sort of apocalypse as just humanity is just going to eat itself alive and everyone's bad, everyone's going to kill everyone, and I honestly don't think that's what's going to happen. You're going to have small pockets of that, but I don't think it's going to be like The Walking Dead. Yeah, I've heard that as a complaint about Walking Dead because it's like really just everyone's going to kill everyone constantly, poking their eyes out, like it's all wicked and disgusting. And I like Walking Dead, don't get me wrong, but I can understand that complaint. Well, I saw a really cool quote unquote documentary. It was more set up because the producers had a lot to do with it. It was like a reality show of they took like a dozen people from different walks of life and put them in a simulated scenario of society breaking down, and they're basically in this big warehouse, and what can they do to survive with the stuff that they have and the knowledge that they brought to the table. And they had stuff like electrician and plumber and like doctor, just like basically a cut of like a slice of different but it was like ones that would probably be better off to actually survive. But it was really cool to see them. They would make solar panels, figure out how to make fuel. They were able to turn the a gasoline engine into a wood burning and use that as fuel. It's called gasifying something. I guess that's something that happened during one of the world wars. Is gasoline was so rare that people learned how to convert their engines to run on burning wood. And so, yeah, a lot of cool stuff like that. So I think it'd be more like that, to where people come together and they're like creatively hacking what's left of society to create a new society. Because that's all it was. Is they were just hackers hacking different random objects to make stuff to clean water, make stuff to cook food. And it was really cool. Colony. The name of it was The Colony. If you're interested, look that up. The Colony. A reality show, quote unquote reality show. But that's how I think it would be, man. I think it'd be more, at least for me, I wouldn't be like going out and killing people. So I would be trying to survive for myself, but then trying to do these cool things to make water and make a bed and make a way to keep food cold and stuff like that. It reminds me of being a Boy Scout. That's like stuff they teach you in Boy Scout stuff, basically. So that's what it reminds me of.
But I know you're watching. And I can see the notification popping up on my screen, but I'm not going to retaliate. I'm not going to even mention you, so you're just wasting your time. So fuck off. So you know, every time more details to me to download. So, and you know what, you're actually how can I say it? Using my videos, you know, you're actually giving me what's that word I'm trying to think? Publicity, I suppose, and I'm getting more viewers all the time. So yeah, you just carry on doing what you need to do. Fuck off. So, yeah, like, you know, there was a movie not long ago where, like, you know, a man and woman had a child, and it's based more like, you know, a zombie kind of apocalypse. I think it's more like a Wild West kind of time, you know, around about the late 18s, early 1900s. And his wife died, and he had to look after his son. And they decided to, like, kind of like cross the country in America to try and find somewhere they can go, because their particular area was like being overrun with zombies. And they didn't realise that they was being followed by another family, you know, that just wanted to be kind of like friendly with them. Now, the little boy's father did eventually die towards the end of the movie, and that family took that boy in. So, like, you know, but there was actually people in that movie that was trying to, like, kill his father and son just for, like, food. So, like, you know, kind of weird film, but it's interesting.
Yeah. Well, we've had, I mean, at least in the United States, we've had some examples of what might happen in an apocalypse when we have those hurricanes hit. Top of my head is Hurricane Katrina down in New Orleans, where all sorts of rioting, people would just go out into the streets and start looting all the stores. And so, I mean, it could start off like that, man, since we've seen examples of that, at least in the States, when we have bad catastrophes like a hurricane, for example. Well, that's one of the reasons my parents wanted to live in the middle of the United States, is that in California, you might have the entire state might collapse into the ocean with the San Andreas Fault and earthquakes. And then on the East Coast, you're closer to all your enemies, so you might get attacked from that angle or whatever. I can't remember my parents' reasoning, but basically the middle is the safest because you're the farthest away from the coastlines. So that's why they wanted to live in the middle.
But I suppose with, you know, living in the middle, you ain't got, like, you know, the tidal waves hitting your swell.
Exactly, man. I'm a weirdo that hasn't really seen the ocean, but one time a couple times when I was a kid, it was like for 2 weeks, and we went to the ocean like 3 or 4 times when I was about 10 years old. But yeah, other than that, man, I've never really. You guys have like all grown up by the oceans, by the UK. That's so weird to think about. I'm landlocked, as they call us, locked by land and mountains. Well, I've been to Lake Superior in the northern states, and that looks like an ocean when you're at it. It literally looks like it even has waves and stuff. So it's such a big lake.
Yeah, there was a documentary on about some kind of weird creature washed up on the shores not long ago or something, wasn't it?
Oh, you're thinking of the Montauk Monster, and that was on the East Coast. I want to say by New Jersey or New York, and that washed up by this weird place called Plum Island. And Plum Island is actually like a chemical testing facility that I believe, I don't want to quote it, but I believe it has a lot of the stuff like the CDC has, like Black Plague and like Ebola and like crazy stuff that it tests and plays around with. And a weird creature washed up on the shores not too far from that. And so, yeah, that Plum Island has been notoriously conspiracy theory fueled, that it's some sort of biological chemical testing facility for the government. No, the Lake Superior area in general, I think they have more like Sasquatch sightings. And I think in that area is where there was a colony that disappeared during the colonial days of America. Like an entire colony just vanished overnight. Nobody knows why. Can't remember the name of that place.
I never got to watch the damn thing.
Nah, I mean, and now we have like the Fukushima in Japan, like nuclear waste that just went to the ocean. So there's been a lot of weird stuff that's washed up on the oceans in the last couple of years. Most of them are just written off by the scientific community as animals that are decomposed in the ocean, so they just look really crazy. But some of them are really weird. So I don't know. I can't say for sure one way or another. I know stuff washes up on the oceans all the time. Hell, there's even there's an island out, I think it's the Pacific, it might be the Atlantic, but I think it's in the Pacific, somewhere between us and Japan, and the United States and Japan, that's just an island of trash. Like there's so much freaking trash, it's literally like classified as an island because it's such this huge pile that's taking up some large amount of acreage or mileage or some crazy thing.
Yeah, I think with that though, it's probably like volcanic activities probably happened, and like you got like, you know, a little mini island which you can't really see, but the trash, you know, that's been going for the sea, it's kind of like accumulated around it, you know, and like building up.
Yeah, it's the they say it's the currents. It's like a place where like multiple currents meet. So, because if you look at like a view of the globe and its currents, like it has all these different ways the ocean is flowing with itself, like all these different directions. And I guess that's just a sweet spot where stuff collects in the flow, the different current flows of the ocean. It could be though. You could be right. It could be like originally it was like a small little piece of land and stuff, a piece of trash got stuck on it, and more trash just got stuck on that, and it just kept building and building and building.
Yeah, it could be.
That just shows you. I mean, there's a lot of trash.
So you think about it, look how many uncharted islands are out there, which we don't really know about, I suppose. There could probably be thousands out there.
Yeah, we don't know. We just don't know. Yeah.
Like China's got a load of like little islands around there, haven't they? You know, and in near Cambodia, they've got lots of like little islands which no one live on.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing with there's the what are they called, the ocean archaeologists. There's a lot of sunken cities and places all around these coastlines because of the sea level rising over the last couple centuries. So there's a really cool one off Japan that looks like it's like a huge megalithic one stone structure that looks to be carved like way longer than what they think modern Japanese would be at that time. Basically, everything we're pulling up in the history as we uncover stuff, we just keep going farther back. Because like I said earlier, with the Sumerians and ancient Egyptians, they basically accepted 7,000 years old as far as back as we go. But now we have Göbekli Tepe, which proves that we started becoming a community and organized and smart enough to carve these giant multi-ton stones and move them into these huge Stonehenge style circles 10,000 plus years ago. They say Göbekli Tepe is at least 10 to 12,000 years. And that's the top layer. The top layer has all these sites on top of it. And then under that is another layer of sites that were built and covered. And on top of that is another. There's at least 3 layers, if not more, on this huge hillside, which I believe Göbekli Tepe just means like some kind of hill. And yeah, so the top one blows the history books away. And there's even older levels. So we probably are going back way longer than what we think and know. And that probably means that there has been a rise in technology and crashes to where we became very advanced and traveled across the entire globe. Then some global cataclysm happened and we had to reset and start back at normal with just a handful of survivors that had no clue that some other advanced, highly, who knows, maybe they were more psychic, maybe they were more technological, maybe they were more mathematic, we don't know. But I think there has been numerous times this happened, and we are just the current version of humans that have been destroyed and then regrowing. And that's what the Atlantis theory. And I think that there was not only one Atlantis 10,000, 20,000 years ago, but then there was at one point another Atlantis with another name 25, 50,000 years before that, and then another one before that, and we're just at this one current cycle. And people say where's the proof? Where's the structures? Where's the tools? Where's everything? Is that Earth gets rid of it all. Mother Nature and entropy will destroy everything over time. So when you're pushing back 50 to 100,000 years, there will be absolutely no evidence except large stone structures. And that's it.
Thank you for that, CWPTR, for that super chat. Appreciate that. But try not to super chat me, guys. If you want to make a donation, I'll give you my PayPal, because I'm only getting like, well, YouTube take 30% of what you donate anyway. So I'm actually may consider taking Super Chat down at a late date because you know, it's not really working out, to be honest with you. But I do appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, that's cool.
Gonna piss my haters and trolls off, but I don't give a fuck.
Oh, whatever, man. There's some 14-year-old right now that doesn't deserve it, that is making $100 every day playing Fortnite. So who cares, man? That this the world we live in. People get tipped. All his are tips. They're just presents, gifts. People get to stream on the internet. All sorts of. There's some lady right now with a cooking show. Like I said earlier, cooking show, books. That's just the way it is.
I might start doing videos on cooking myself. Actually, I'm not that.
Yeah, bad. I saw you did upload that one, dude. You did it a few times. You should, man. And you should do more.
I can't stream it without, like, you know, unless I got my laptop working. But my laptop's not working on Wi-Fi at the moment, so.
That would be so fun, dude. A live stream of you cooking, man. People would go wild for that, dude. I bet you that'd be so fun.
I'm gonna start naming my fucking cooking, like, you know, like if I make a cheeseburger, I'm gonna call it the ghostly cheeseburger.
Yeah, nice.
The ghostly vegetable pat or something, you know.
You could put hot sauce on the cheeseburger and call it a demon burger.
Yeah. Probably might be something out, and I'll probably get hit for copyright infringements. I'm gonna have to try to think.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I think only if you claim it as your own and try to make money off of it. If you're just doing it for fun on your streams, you don't have to worry about it.
If I could find a way of making a decent burger out of like mincemeat or something, yeah, and put spices and herbs on it, and you know, I'm not one who likes spices. I hate hot, spicy food. But if I could make one and call it like the Demon Spicy Burger or something, yeah, I would fucking copyright that. I really would. I'll give that.
Yeah.
If someone turns around and say that's their ingredients, I haven't done that for like copyright infringements.
There's so many restaurants and there's so many different, like there probably is a demon burger out there that's already copyrighted, because that is one thing that humans love to do almost more than anything is eat. And the evidence of this is you go to any city, anywhere, maybe not small towns, but you go to a city and there is restaurants everywhere. Anywhere and everywhere are restaurants. So yeah, humans love to jam stuff in their pork holes. It's crazy. Well, I myself, I'm probably close to or about the majority of my own job career has been in damn restaurants, kitchens. What were we talking about right before that led to that? I had something I wanted to add to that. Oh, we were talking about demon burgers and stuff. That's right. Yeah. Oh, you can come up with all sorts of cool names like poltergeist pasta or I don't know, exorcist enchiladas. That's a good one. The exorcist enchiladas. A succubus sundae. Zombie lasagna. I got them all day, man. I keep coming up with them. Oh, what else? A Bigfoot burger. That rolls off the tongue pretty well. You could make a Bigfoot burger, could be like a burger the size of I don't know, a record, like 10 inches across. No, the Bigfoot had something different in a burger. That's funny. Yeah, if there isn't a paranormal themed restaurant, people need to hop on that because paranormal stuff keeps getting more popular. And I know there was a Ghost Hunters, I want to say season 4. It was one of the earlier seasons. They got called to a haunted restaurant and they actually debunked the restaurant as the owners purposely putting sounds and doing things to make the guests think it's haunted. And that's one of the few Ghost Hunters where they fully debunk and call out. And I guess there's probably a handful, but I remember that one, a haunted restaurant that was, but you wouldn't have to be quote unquote haunted. You would just call yourself the haunted restaurant and just be themed as like a paranormal restaurant. Like the waiters and the wait staff could wear different paranormal themed stuff.
Well, that's the problem with the paranormal now. You just don't know what's true and what isn't true. You know, people will fake shit left, right, and centre just to
Yeah,
get
it's too easy. Yeah, it's way too easy to fake.
it's money
Well,
making in one way.
and what's disappointing to me is people buy the evidence too easy. I don't understand how people can accept so much of it as quote unquote evidence. Like, and the proof of that is some of the bigger paranormal YouTube channels, ones that have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, they almost always label their thing to where an actual hardcore real scientific paranormal researcher knows right away that that is a fake video because of the way they title it and they put caps like demons infest. Like, it's clearly fake. Yeah, that is the problem with the paranormal, man. It's too easy to fake, and people, for whatever reason, they just want to be entertained. I guess that's what it is. And since they're able to suspend their disbelief from movies and TV shows and things like wrestling that is faker than fake, people still suspend their disbelief and not believe it, but can get caught up in the storyline of it. I think that's what happens with these huger paranormal research. I almost call them researchers. That's an insult. Paranormal YouTube channels is that, yeah, it's, people know it's not real, but they just want to get caught up in the entertainment of it, just like wrestling. That's my theory. Because I don't want to think that people are that dumb. They can't be that dumb. I think they just accept that it's not real.
If I could, if I wanted to jump out the paranormal, I try to think of something in a similar way of paranormal, like, probably do something like research a mystical creature or something that may have lived around here, like in my area. Because I think, like, anywhere you live, in the days old, before we got all this concrete fucking buildings, all these people coming down and building hotels and shopping centres and all that kind of stuff. We don't know what might have been on our land 100, 200 years ago. And like, it's like the what's it called up in Scotland?
Oh, the Banshees?
No, not the Banshees. There's one in the
Are you
Moors.
think? Oh, the dog, the the werewolf dog thing, huh? Yeah, there was even a Sherlock Holmes, the Hounds of Moors or something like that. Yeah, that's right, dude. There's actually some really interesting footage of one of those creatures that I remember seeing on this old show called Fact or Faked, and it's really interesting footage. It doesn't look 100% faked, like of some weird kind of that ties into a Bigfoot-esque creature that's been reported more and more in the United States called Dog Man, to where it's like a mix of Bigfoot and a dog. And this is something that has increased in sightings over the last decade, man. It's really weird. There's actually a really interesting YouTube channel called the Dogman Encounters or the Dogman Stories or something. And there's this guy, he runs kind of like a radio state program to where he basically just lets people talk about their stories and then just kind of will ask a question here and there, but he doesn't even really say much. He just kind of is an avenue for people to come on and tell their stories. And he has all sorts of crazy stories. Like, I don't want to call the people crazy because I wasn't there. I can't say it's for real or not, man, in the long run. Plus, like I said earlier, I'm one of the rare people that think everyone is insane. So yeah, I can't throw stones. So, but yeah, it's interesting that these creatures get spotted. There's new ones that keep getting found. And like you said, local legends of local creatures. There's every city and every state seems to have some sort of local legend, an urban legend or an ancient legend, whatever you want to call it. I'm surprised you guys, Jack the Ripper, never got made into like a boogeyman thing where Jack the Ripper will kill you in your sleep or something, like the ghost of Jack the Ripper killing people. I'm kind of surprised that never caught on. I guess boogeyman was enough. They didn't need like a Jack the Ripper in the UK. But it seems like Jack the Ripper is like one of the most influential killers of all time. So at the time when it was going on, it seems like people were scared out of their daylights. But who knows? Maybe people were just going on with their day-to-day life and not many people even knew what the hell was going on. Only the rich that were reading newspapers.
I've actually watched some of those old like black and white movies, which were interesting. But when they bring out like an updated version of it, you know, in colour, it doesn't seem as good as it like used to be. Like, you know, the old Dracula movies, you know, the old movies on the Hound of Baskervilles. They were good movies, you know, they were kind of like scary, but now, you know it's all CGI, and you know you're going to get that scare jump factor, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah. No, that'd be cool if they could do a modern one, but just make it in that kind of more slowed down manner. That's how I enjoy my scary movies, is more slowed down. I mean, Alien is such a good example of that. The original Alien was just basically a killer in space, like a Jason in space. Like, it was just really slowed down, so much tension. And then Aliens was the sequel. That was then turned into an action movie with James Cameron. It's all action, action, action. I prefer the slower, more methodical, scary movies. The Conjuring is pretty good in that sense. That's actually one I saw not too long ago that I finally got around to seeing, because I generally don't watch quote unquote scary movies because they aren't scary or they don't have tension. And that one had some good parts in it that was building some tension well. It's a really good film. And well, I'm not surprised. That's James Wan, I think it is, the guy that filmed the original Saw. That guy, he's talented. He's got some crazy directorial ideas. I can feel his talent. I can tell. Yeah, I mean, well, that's like, for whatever reason, the scary movies started off more slow paced, more drawn out, more building the tension. And then as they got popular, they had to get made faster, I guess. And they became more for like short attention audiences. And you just get the jump scares instead of the methodical shots of like the slow, like one camera angle slowly walking down a backyard sidewalk late at night, and then slowly turning to the window all in one shot. You don't get any cuts, and like slowly looking at some kid talking on the phone or something, and you hear like the heavy breathing, and it's that kind of stuff that builds up that tension instead of just like cuts, edit cut, edit cut, edit cut. Yeah, it's Yeah, I'm no way like a filmographer or a film buff, but having my own channel and editing, like pretty much that's all I do in my channel is edit. That's the majority of time that's spent on my videos is editing. I definitely have such a more appreciation for editing and videos that are really well made. They can take all week. Like some of those like really well-made videos you're watching on YouTube, that's 20 minutes long, 30 minutes long. It probably took them at least a week to make, if not 2 weeks, if not all month, just to make that one 20-minute video. So I don't have the patience to make videos like that, dude. I'll sit down for 4 hours, 8 hours, and that's it. I do not want to spend a whole week working on a freaking video. Forget that.
I can't do that. I can't sit there and work on a video and edit. And that's why with my streams, I do them live raw uncut. No, because you just don't know what you might capture.
Well, yeah, and that's the best for paranormal. You need it to have it live because there's too many questionings when you get into editing. It's like, oh, why is there a jump cut right there? Yeah, when it's live, you get 6 hours of uncut paranormal research. Yep.
The only thing I jump cut the other day was the one when I was talking to eBay, and she said something which I didn't want people to hear, so I actually cut that little bit out for a few seconds. But on my other videos, I don't edit nothing. If I do that side session somewhere, then what I do is I'll upload it to Windows Movie Maker. I'll put like the front part being like the title. Then I might put my ghost hunting like trailer on. Then I'll put another little piece on saying exactly where I've been and what may be occurring on the video. Then I'll put the video on. Then I'll might put the trailer on at the end again, or I might just leave it and put the credits on and just say like, location, blah blah blah, copyright, because it is class copyright your stuff. When you upload it to YouTube, anything you do on YouTube, whether uploads or live stream, it is copyrighted by YouTube directly straight away. So where they're actually using all my videos, they're breaking the copyright infringement law on YouTube because they've not got my consent to use my videos. But some of them, I don't really give a shit because they've actually given me that recognition and it's helping people to come to my channel and watch the videos,
Yeah. Well, they're I'm probably one of the biggest complainers of YouTube, but I have noticed things changing because I've been using YouTube and watching YouTube for well over 10 years now, not if moving on 15 years. And it's a lot different than it was just 5 years ago. And especially when it comes to like spam videos and people stealing videos, it's still prominent, but I think it's getting to a point that if you download somebody's video and you upload it, you're literally risking the chance of you never having a YouTube channel anymore, because they can get to the point where they can just literally ban the IP routers, the code, the signature that's coming out of your actual internet provider.
What I've heard from someone, who says he works for YouTube, but without the actual evidence, I'm not really saying he does or not, but he's stating that there are going to be big changes coming to YouTube.
I mean, they're already doing it, dude. They're knocking down channels that are just troublemaking channels and channels that are stealing channels and stuff like that. They are changing that.
What I'm trying to say, right, is that what they're going to be doing, right, they're going to be looking at reports a lot more closely, Now, every time you open a YouTube channel, it doesn't matter if you use a fake name, address, whatever, you're still putting your IP address in there. And if it's under a VPN, right, they can actually track that VPN and get your real IP address, and that's what they're going to.
And don't you need a phone? Can't you? I don't think you can even sign up for YouTube without a cell phone anymore, man. So you need a phone number.
You need a phone number. Now, what they seem to be doing is opening fake accounts and probably like going out and buying like half dozen prepaid pay-as-you-go cards, and then like registering on that, and that's it. Now, every time that you open an account, you got to put your name, your contact details, and your phone number, right? Now, it doesn't matter how many phone numbers you use. That phone number is still registered to your name, right? Even if it's a fake name or not, it doesn't matter. But what they're going to be doing is that I think they're going to be starting in the new year. They're going to be looking at complaints a lot more, but in a lot more depth, especially like the cyber crimes, the cyber hate and bullying. This is what I've just heard. It doesn't really matter if you believe or not, but they're going to be looking into like the reports a lot more. If they say that it is damaging to someone like me, Rusty, King Kong, Tom Jones, Peter Pan, or whatever, if they think it's like damaging, they won't just take the videos down. They'll actually close the channel down, right, as well. Now, they will use certain techniques, they're getting new equipment in new hardware, new software, and they'll actually try and trace that account to any other account that they may have on YouTube. And any account they find will be closed down indefinite. The only way they're going to get a new YouTube channel up is by moving the address, because like they have to move into a new location, because it's like with the law at the moment, especially like with eBay, for instance, if you've got an account and you kind of like misuse that account, eBay will remove your eBay account. Plus, not just so much remove it, they'll actually block it for you to actually create any other accounts under that address, or phone number, bank account, whatever. And not only that, they'll actually remove anyone else's account that be under the same address. So you're not just fucking themselves up, they're fucking up any other person who's selling on eBay. They could have a sister that's got like 101%, kind of like feedback. If they trace that those people are like causing problems or like selling fake stuff in the house, and they get their account like deactivated and blocked, it won't just affect them, it affect the family as well. Now that's what YouTube's going to be doing. So if you've got like 4 people that's got YouTube accounts, and some of them are great people, they've got like hundreds of videos and all this kind of stuff, anyone that's been stupid and making like crappy videos and like attacking people, they will close that account down, but they'll also close down any other account that be either under the same registration, LTE address, phone number, IP, whatever. That's what I've heard. I don't know if it's true or not, but I just hope that they would do that, because it will close a lot of trouble down. It will close down so many drama channels, so many bullying channels, so many people where they threaten other people to do this and do that, Now, they are going to try to make it a lot more secure, apparently. So, you know, that's why I keep saying, you need to stop this shit. Because, you know, do I really want to see your account go down? So I think that these people have been just, like, childish. Now, if they looked in what they're doing, you know, they can see they've been childish anyway, but, you know, they might have another YouTube channel on, which has got some really good content on. And that's going to affect your other channels, you know. So, you know, I'm not saying they're going to be doing it now, because I said, you know, say that they're going to start it next year, 2019. When in next year, I don't know. It could be January, February, March. It could be fucking December. I don't know. But they are going to be putting more security up. They're going to look at the reports and complaints in more depth. And if they see that, you know, you're putting videos up, which is classed as like cyberbullying, harassment, attacks, they won't just take the videos down. They'll close your channel down. Because, like, you know, just the other day, you know, someone was putting videos up of me, and you know, a lot of people saw them and reported it. When I went to check it the next day, this channel has been taken down due to the terms and conditions of harassment and cyberbullying, and that channel's no longer there anymore. So, like, you know, it doesn't matter if you keep putting videos up on me, because, like, even if I don't fucking report it, my viewers report it.
Yeah, and that's what I said earlier, man. That's why you shouldn't even think about it. Just let everybody else that if they want to, they can report it. Other than that, they won't. It won't affect you at all, man, because all this crap has been going on, and you still have the same amount of viewers. It's the same people for the most part. So everybody knows it's just malarkey, and that, yeah, I just don't even focus it, man. Like, it
So
clearly
you
is
know,
won't
saying,
help.
oh, we're going to take you down, you know, you're going to lose viewers. Well, actually, what they're doing, yeah, although it's pissing me off and making me, like, stressed out and angry, they're uploading content from my videos, right? And people are watching it, and I'm thinking, oh, I've got to go and see what this guy's really like. And once they start watching some of my later videos from the past, they're going to see what kind of person I am, and they're going to think, well, that's bullshit, you know. These guys are out to attack this guy and probably get him closed down.
Exactly, man. And those are the people. Those are the people that count, because those are the ones that will see through the BS no matter what. And that's the majority of people. That's 98% of people. So just don't let the 2% bother you, man.
No.
It's probably not even 2%. It's 1%.
But what I'm saying is that when they put these videos up, yeah, it might be attack, cyberbullying, hate, whatever, yeah. But they're doing me.
No, exactly. It's like that.
You know,
In Hollywood, they say any publicity is good publicity. In Hollywood, they say that. So yeah, it's really, yeah.
They are popularizing my channel, and, like, I am getting, you know, more people interested in my channel, because the other day I wasn't even doing the paranormal. I was just talking, like, crap, and I had like 50, 60 people on my channel, and it weren't all down the drama. I know drama sells, and you do get a lot more views on there. But someone said to me the other day, he goes, I won't worry about it, Stu, because, like, you know, if you look at your channel, look how many views you had on that stream the other night with Rusty. No, you had 500 views on that channel, and that is only, like, after an hour it finished and continued, like, after it was processed. Now, I put that video on private because, you know, there's stuff on there which I didn't really want on there, so I'm going to download it and probably just cut that out and re-upload it where Rusty joined in and we had that conversation. I'm not going to get as many views on there, but, you know, I reckon I'll probably get anything between 50 to 100 views within the first night, and then it's just going to take time for those views to calculate and build up again, you know. So the thing is, I am trying to stop, you know, talking about this shit, but, you know, as I say, like, they think they're clever, thinking they're going to get me off YouTube. It's not working, because they're helping me to get the viewers. They're getting, like, subscribers. They say, like, the guy said to me the other day, he goes, if you look at some of the YouTube channels out there that used to be pure paranormal and ain't pure paranormal, because they concentrate on, like, the bullshit and the drama, they're not getting the views on their paranormal channel. You're only getting the views when it's all drama. And I think, like, yeah, I know. And drama sells, you know, me and fucking Rose proved drama sells. You know, I proved it the other night.
Yeah.
60 plus people when I was just talking about it, you know.
Yeah, dude, I did a test kind of like your guys's. It wasn't as good as yours, but I made a rant video, and it was entitled rant with like a bunch of exclamation points and grrr, like GRR. And yeah, that video got a lot of views very
Mate,
fast
a
because
lot of views on your channel. Just send me over and I'll come home and rent
they
with.
thought, yeah, well, it was me making fun of Ray. I was just doing all these like exaggerations, like, oh, I'm so mad. Like I was just being silly. But the people, when they first clicked on it, they thought it was going to be some sort of drama. So it got more views in 24 hours than my average video did, thus proving the drama sells. So I've had my own experiments with that, but yours and Rose's was awesome. That's you can't really top that.
Like, the guy reckons that in the new year, I've still got like 3 months still, which is same. But in the new year, they're going to be looking at the complaints in more depth. I think they're going to be employing a lot more people into YouTube, and then like they're going to be looking into depth, the complaints. If they see that there ain't really much they can do about it, because like someone just mentioned your name. Hey, I even got my fucking channel flagged one time because I mentioned a name. And they said, you got to take it down, or otherwise we'll take your channel down. It's more like a warning. So I took it down. But, they weren't. The thing being is that, as I say, they're helping to promote my channel in one way. So I should be happy with that, I suppose. But it's not because that. It's because, like, the serious damage they're doing to my health. I didn't have to punch my door and break my hand because of the anger which was building up inside me because of these idiots. Yeah, I didn't have to have a fit, a seizure, and end up having epilepsy because of the stress which these people are causing me. Yeah, so I could probably, if I found out who they were, which I've got an idea who they are, because I've given all the police the evidence and stuff like that. If it goes to court, I will fucking sue their asses. And I've given many opportunities to stop. I could just like say, well, they take the videos down, they close your channel down. I could stop it now, but I'm not going to, because like they've just gone too far. Now they're not just picking on me; they're picking on Rose. Then like Para came on, Paralogic, Wayne. He came on and said that he's been threatened that his channel's going to be picked on by this fraud prevention guy, where his fucking name is. And like he don't work behind fucking fraud pretension. He's just a fucking idiot behind a keyboard trying to ruin people's lives. And yeah, even if you are under the age of 18, you can still be arrested and put in a juvenile prison. So can't turn around and say, hey, they ain't gonna arrest me and put me in prison with like these half nut cases. They can still put you in a juvenile prison, mate. And then once you're 18, and if you haven't done your time, you'll be in that fucking adult prison.
If they're children too, dude, then it should just be like another reason to not even care, because that's then thoughts of a child that has not walked nearly as many miles as an actual adult to be able to gain any sort of wisdom, to even try to pretend to expel that wisdom onto the internet. They're children. So that's thoughts of a child, man. Don't even care what that's sticks and stones stuff, man. That's like, especially if they're children, that's like your mom is fat. That's all it is. Just don't give these idiots any attention.
If it's children, then their parents haven't brought them up.
Exactly. Then it's the thoughts of a child. So forget it. It's ridiculous. They clearly don't have anything better to do than to get a rise out of you. And you giving them that rise is what keeps it going. It's a vicious cycle.
You're always right there, mate. But, next year, a lot of these drama channels.
Well, exactly. We are already seeing a change, man. So just hold in there. Just like I said earlier, out of the 2% or 1% of the people that are causing you grief, 98% of the hundreds and hundreds, if not a couple thousand people that watch your stuff over, because not every person watches every video, it comes and goes, how it is. And
yeah, I know. I do lose.
Yeah, it's the majority of people are into it and want it. And
I do sometimes lose viewers and subscribers because I don't want to see the drama shit on there. And they've even said, Steve, sorry, I'm not going to be a part of this. Good luck to you.
And that's understandable. That's just what it is. When it comes down to it, this is a free service, and they're allowed to watch whatever they want until their government tells them they cannot. So That's how I try to look at it all, and just I don't let it get to me, man. Like I said, if I could show you some of the crap that's been told to me, it's just as bad, if not worse, than what you've gotten. So I don't have the side stuff that you have with the, you know, the more money involved. But well, and you know, you should bring this up, dude. I don't think you ever actually like ask for subscriptions. It's unlike every other YouTuber.
No, I don't ask for subscribers.
No, dude. It's like, dude, that's what I said on mine too. To the couple times I've actually addressed trolls in the comments is like, I've never once told you or asked you to subscribe or share or like this video. Unlike everybody else, man, I hate it when you click on a video and in the first 10 seconds they're asking you to like the video. It's like, I haven't even got to watch this video yet. Shut up. I hate that. And so yeah, that's what I said to those people. It's like, I don't ask for subscribers. So if you don't want to watch me or you want to watch me, you do whatever, dummy. Because you're not going to affect me, because my life isn't revolving around YouTube. It's a hobby for me. It's not my job. It's a hobby. So they can't get to me. And yeah, lo and behold, they never trolled me again. Well, it's like I showed them the logic of their stupidity.
I don't go around and fucking purchase subscribers like I know a couple of people.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's another thing, is you can totally tell when people are buying subscribers.
Well,
I mean, even me, I have 5,000 subscribers, and when I upload a video, I generally only get like 500 views in the first day or week if I'm lucky. And then generally most of my videos will crack 1,000 or maybe 2,000. And that's me. I'm a legitimate YouTuber. I've never freaking purchased a subscription or a like or any of that crap. I never asked for subscriptions. And yeah, that's generally what I see. Even though I have 5,000 subscribers, I only get maybe 1,000 views on my. So you see that in these lower ones. Example, you have what, 2,500 subscribers or 28 or whatever. And yeah, you generally get what, like 200, probably an average of 150 to 200 views per video. Sometimes you get more, sometimes you get less. But I'd say an average. So that's that's basically an exact percentage example of this kind of scale that I get. So you can just tell off that. So when you have somebody that has 5,000 subscribers and they're maybe getting 200 views, something fishy's going on there. So yeah,
I know two people who have already fucking bought subscriptions, and they said that they never have done, but and then they turn around and say, I've done it, and I had to like show them my settings there, because it will tell you if you've actually paid subscriptions in your actual YouTube settings. And I know I ain't paid for mine. You know, I've worked hard for my fucking subscribers.
Well, and it's so, dude, the YouTube, it's like once or twice a year, they go through the entire system and they delete inactive subscribers, which are all these paid subscribers. So these people are throwing away money anyway, because especially the lower, maybe if you're a huge YouTuber and you're buying subscribers to influence it, that can help. But a smaller one, you're just throwing away money, because within a year or less, all those inactive subscribers are just going to get erased and deleted. They do this every few months, every 6 months, I think it is. Yeah. So that's why sometimes people have noticed it. They're like, wait, I had 1,000 subscribers yesterday. Why do I only have 800 or 950? That's because YouTube went through and found inactive subscribers that they do every few months, and they get rid of them. And that's a way to combat this paid. Because, dude, this is huge. Like, it's a bad problem in YouTube. So many people do it.
Well, I know.
It's ridiculous.
What was I saying there?
Oh, dude, people, if they want to, they can pay to get your video disliked too. It's so ridiculous. I cannot believe this. And I have proof of this, because I had a handful of videos that had this happen to, and it's a long story why, but it's really nothing bad. It just has to do with stupid video game stuff. But when you go and click on the video and you look at likes and dislikes, they're all coming out of the Ukraine or Somalia or some weird random small country, and it's like 100 dislikes out of this, and it's like, okay. So that's somebody buying those dislikes.
The most I've had on dislike is 39, I think it is, and like 85% were from the UK and the rest were from America.
Yeah, so that just shows you the silliness and the childishness of all this, and why you shouldn't even involve yourself to this level with any of this, because it's so silly. Just put yourself above it and just don't even think about it. I don't know. You need more hobbies, maybe get more into cooking. And that's what I was going to say about videos. When you were talking about making cooking videos, you should also have more streams on like how to make a ghost box, or how to hack this, or how to use an EM pump properly and stuff like that. You can have more educational style stuff where you basically are just teaching people from your angle. And you can also say, hey, I'm not an expert. This is just from my own experience. If you want to take this information, do what you want. Let's just have fun and chit chat about weird gear and experiments and stuff like that. Because it doesn't always have to be ghost boxing and Ouija boards. It can be educational.
Well, I do that on occasion. Like
on occasion, not pretty rare. But you could have entire streams dedicated to it. Yeah. Kind of like you and Travis's How to Be a Ghost Hunter.
Yeah, we did 2 of those. We were going to do a 3rd one, but it never happened. But yeah, I have got, you know, thinking about doing it, but I've got an idea that I want to build a new device in the new year. But I'm not going to like tell people what it is. And
like, here's an idea: is you can reuse some of the older, shorter videos that you didn't live stream and turn those into live streams. For example, you had a really cool how to make a scrying mirror video. You could easily turn that into a 2 or 3 hour live stream with just talking and showing and having a couple examples or a couple mirrors and taking questions from chat. I mean, you could easily turn something like that. Like, it was like a 10-minute video, and I think it's got probably a really small number of views. You could turn that idea and those other videos like that into live streams.
No, well, you know, I've got mirrors, I've got paint, which I bought 2 weeks, which I was going to be building. Well,
dude, I think people would love to see how to make a scrying live stream, dude. They would love that. Yeah,
but the thing is, I can't be doing a live stream out in the balcony unless my bloody laptop worked.
Oh, that's true. You're having the laptop stuff. That's right. Well, maybe you could get a cord to help extend one of your webcams out farther. I don't know how much you need, but maybe you get like a 12-foot cord.
I could use the laptop, but I would need a bloody long RJ45 cable, at least 35.
Oh, you don't have a wireless setup for your laptop? Okay.
My Wi-Fi isn't working on my laptop, so when I do use a laptop,
I see.
I have to use the RJ45, and sometimes that don't even connect for some reason. So, you know, I need to find a way of getting that sorted out so I can do it.
I actually I don't use it for the reason I got it, but I actually have like 100 freaking foot long internet Ethernet cord. Like, it's so freaking long, and that, it'd be perfect for you. But yeah, I got it because I didn't know how much I needed, and I was like, oh, you never know how much I'll need. So I decided to get like the longest amount at the store.
Well, I've got an idea for a new device that I want to build, but I'm not going to explain what it is and tell people what it is, because probably someone else might grab my idea and steal it and say, well, they thought the idea before, but it is going to do with a scrying mirror attached to something. So,
yeah. But, well, and your art, your drawing, that's something too. You can just have the you can just have the camera on the piece of paper, and like you used to, that little kind of behind your shoulder, and just people can watch you draw. And
people have asked me to go back to some of the old stuff, which I'll be doing when I feel I need to, you know.
Yeah, buddy, you just need to get over this little hump right now. It's just a little speed bump in the road, you know. We all get it, and yeah, just remember that the majority of us are on your side, and we're looking forward to the next stuff.
What's happening, Musty, is that, you know, that speed bump's slowing me down. I need to get my gears into like action and just like run over that fucking speed.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, just floor it.
I'm not sleeping, so I'm just too tired and exhausted.
It'll happen, man. You just got to give everything time. It sucks. Being in the moment of being in a dark place sucks. I know what it's like. And when you're in that moment, it seems like you're never going to get out either. I know what that's so like, but it will, man. You just got to hold in there, hang in there.
But talking about tired and exhausted, I'm going to be closing this down because I've got to get up early, get this stuff sorted out for the job centre tomorrow, because I need to I need to go in now, sign my bit of paper, which is going to be bloody difficult to do with my right hand, and then I'm going to ask to speak to someone in a interview room and, you know, give them all the information what's going on. I even need someone to help me to actually fill the form in from the doctor from the hospital, because I need to get my medical information, but I can't fill the form in with a broken hand. It's impossible, and I can't write. So, you know, I'm going to be there for at least an hour or two tomorrow.
Yeah, too bad you're not one of those circus performers that could like write and eat with their finger or their toes. Do crazy things. Like, I've seen people write with their toes.
I've got to get that medical form filled in, because I, you know, as I said, when I was in the hospital the other day before I went down to the police station, I asked about, you know, getting some painkillers, and they said, well, it could take up to 3 hours before even someone sees you. And I thought, well, I ain't waiting 3 hours. I want to get to the police station. And, you know, when I said, like, you know, my medical details from like Monday haven't even been put into the system yet, you know. I'm thinking, fucking hell, why? Why is it not take? Well, you know, hospital can be bloody busy. You've got thousands of people going in there daily. Yeah, my medical records might not even get updated for like several months. But, you know, they gave me this form, which I've got to fill in. And that's going to take a little bit of time for them to, you know, read the form and get it. So I need it for, like, you know, for a job centre. Because I can't even type things on a keyboard sometimes, you know, with my right hand. I'm doing it more left-handed. And it's taking me like 3 times the amount of time to even type out a little message, you know. I can't use my mouse because my mouse is right-handed. I tried doing it with my left hand and it's bloody impossible. So,
yeah, I'm sure it's a pain in the butt, dude. Yeah, I'm sure.
no, I didn't need any of this. I didn't need the shit that's going on for me to lose my temper and smash the door with my fucking fist. No, I didn't need that happen. I didn't need to go to the hospital twice and fucking suddenly ended up with epilepsy. So the only thing, you know, it can only get better, I suppose.
Yeah. So they just the whole epilepsy thing, that was just like a one-time thing, huh? You don't actually have epilepsy. That was just kind of a seizure at the moment, huh?
No, they actually said, I've got the form. Ian's just posted a link on to.
Oh, thank you, Ian. Yeah, he's always so good at that. Thank you, dude.
No, they said that the seizure did lead into an epilepsy fit, and that's like, you know, due to stress and anxiety and depression, you know, kind of thing, because it hasn't got to be all down to the brain, which they say is the main trigger. You know, stress can cause it, and anxiety and all that kind of stuff can trigger epilepsy. And they gave me this form, which I've got over there, saying that I've got now go to my first epilepsy fucking meeting kind of thing, because like if you got it once, it can happen and continue happening.
Yeah, it's just something you gotta be aware of now. Yeah. Well, it's it's pronounced epilepsy. You put an S in there. I don't know why. Yeah, it's like an EpiPen, epilepsy.
Yeah, I just have a hiss from my voice.
Yeah, no, you have a hard time pronouncing words that you're not used to. That's all. We all are like that.
It shows it.
I'm just used to it because I grew up with it, so it like really stands out every time you say epilepsy. But it's cool. No, I mean it's the human brain is very easy to get damaged, and I would be willing to bet that a lot of people have had some sort of seizure event. I myself have had a seizure event at least once, but I was told about it. I kind of remember waking up feeling the shakiness, kind of waking up.
You might only have epilepsy once in your whole lifetime, but this one's information sheet for suspected first eps for your first, and information sheet for your suspected first seizure, new epilepsy, right? Now that is, oh
no, it's, I believe you, dude. No, it's
but that, look, there's that page, and at the back of this page is like a questionnaire thing. So it says like what I've got to do is they're actually going to make an appointment for some kind of epilepsy clinic, I suppose.
Yeah, well, they just want to double check, man, because if you are having something develop, it's better to catch this stuff early on. Any sort of brain disorders, it's always better to catch early on. So that's all it's for.
It says here, what is epilepsy? If someone has repeated unprovoked seizures, this is epilepsy, and medication is usually prescribed. Most patients who are treated for epilepsy will get better through, although they may need to take tablets, and it tells you like epileptic drugs. Then it tells you a bit about the drugs, being that FP92 can enable you to get a disabled pensioner's well. I didn't know that. If I get epilepsy, and I have got epilepsy, I could get myself.
Yeah, it's a disability here in the States as well. Yeah, I have a family member that has epilepsy, so
that might save me a few bob. Further information: once you have been seen in the epilepsy clinic, they will be able to provide you with any other further information and addresses any questions you may have. If your questions need further advice before, you should either ask your GP or the team who gives you this leaflet. Well, the thing is, I tried making an appointment with a doctor the other day, and when they told me it's like 3 weeks before I can actually make an appointment, I said, no, fuck it, I'm going to go to the hospital. But it looks like I may have to go on a, you'll need a prescribed charge exemption certificate, FP92, which you can get from your health authority. To obtain a certificate, you must complete the form FP92A, available from your doctor, hospital, or pharmacist. So I've got to go to the pharmacist and get an FP92A. What's this form in? First fit, yeah, it's going to be like a first fit clinic referral form, which I've got here. I'm supposed to fill it in, but I can't fill it in because I'm fucking hanged. But I think they fill this in.
Yeah, it sounds like you just have to go through some future consultation of people. That's all it sounds like. Like they're gonna maybe tell you more about it, and or maybe do a couple more tests or educate you about it. It just sounds like that. I don't know for certain, but that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, it goes. Question is, please ask to patient or any witnesses. At times, do you wake with a cup tongue after your spells? So if I have the spells, when I wake up, I need to know if I have a cup tongue, right? Second one, at times, do you have a sense of deja vu or
deja vu, yeah.
Or your spells? Well, I'm always fucking having deja vu. I can't even pronounce deja vu.
Yeah, it's French, one of those crazy French words.
At times, it's emotional stress associated with losing consciousness. Yeah, I've lost consciousness a couple of times, especially when I fucking had that epilepsy fit at the hospital. Has anyone ever noticed you turning during a spell? I don't know what I mean by that, turning during a spell. Has anyone ever noticed that you are unresponsive, have unusual posturing, or have jerky limbs during a spell, or have no memory of your spells afterwards? Well, I didn't know I fucking had epilepsy that particular day. It's only when the nurse told me that when I passed out, I fell front forward, banged my head apparently, so that might have knocked some sense out of my brains. They had to get a lift, a portable lift, to lift me onto the fucking...
Dude, at least you were around people that know what to do when that happened, and you were just in the middle of the streets.
I was in the bloody hospital at the time.
Yeah, seriously.
They put me on the, as you call it, the dolly. It's like a, a trolley.
The gurney, yeah, or whatever. Yeah, the little thing they roll you on when you're laying down.
They put me on there. They took me to A&E. I had, one of those airbags on my face getting oxygen. And when I was in A&E, they said to the nurse told me what the situation was, that I had a seizure. They believe it's epilepsy because I was like jerking around like a fucking like frog, with its tail cut off or whatever. I was just jerking around. And they said that's epilepsy. So that kind of scared me, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure, dude. Yeah.
Has anyone ever noted that you are confused after a spell? I'm always fucking confused. Light-headed spells. I'm always getting light-headed spells, headaches, chronic headaches. At times, do you sweat before your spells? Sometimes, yeah. Is prolonged sitting or standing associated with your spells? No. I don't think so, because when I get up, with these bad headaches, they did actually do a scan on my head, and they said it was okay. But I still don't know why I keep getting all these chronic headaches for like fucking 12 years. So, but they're saying like, that could just all be down to stress and anxiety, shit like that.
Yeah. It also could just be you need to wear glasses more. You just don't wear them as much as you should.
I've got them on now. I've got all my
Yeah, I know. Well, that's what
I've got
made me
all
think of that. I was like, yeah, he's wearing his glasses. Maybe because he barely ever wear them. So maybe that could be part of it. I don't know, man. I barely remember myself getting glasses, but I think that was part of the thing is like, I think I remember my dad saying I was getting headaches when they started to look into the eye doctor for me and realize that I need glasses, is I would get a lot of headaches. I don't get a lot of headaches these days. And generally, if I do, it's because my glasses are dirty. So yeah, your vision has a lot to do with your headache. Apparently, at least for me, my vision has a lot to do with my headaches.
Well, they gave me the documentation about me hand down there the other day. They gave me the St George's Healthcare's application, access to health records, Data Protection Act. So I've got to fill that out so I can get my medical details. See, if I go to the doctors, right, and ask for my medical details, I've got to pay up to like between £30 and £50 to get it printed out, yeah.
Oh, really? That sucks.
Go to the hospital, you don't pay.
I know, right? You would think that if it's yours, it's your information, and they should just give it to you. You would think you wouldn't have to pay for it.
The doctors rob you left, right, and fucking centre, I'm sure.
Yeah, they probably do. I've never done that, but I'm sure that's how it is here too. You probably have to pay over here as well.
Well, when I tried to get on ESA last year, yeah, I'd get my medical details printed out, and they charged me £35 just for 4 sheets of printed paper.
Oh, crazy. Jeez. Yeah, and how long did it? That probably only took somebody a few minutes to do.
Yeah,
yeah, that's so crazy.
Letter which I wanted to put into the like a special certificate. Although I did hand it in, but nothing really happened. I didn't go on any other benefits or no. I just stayed on ESA. That alone would have cost me like £20, but because I was talking to the nurse and I said I can't afford it, don't do it. She goes, "No, I'll write it off this time. You know, I'll give you one free." And then when I asked a letter so I can give to my housing association about getting my gas converted to electric, I even had to get that sorted out, and that was going to cost me another 20 quid. So some of the things I just can't get because of the cost.
Yeah. Well, that's why I don't have a mobile phone right now. I haven't had one in almost a year because I was paying about $40 a month to talk to somebody maybe once or twice a month, or text somebody once. Like, it just became so pointless. I mean, it's nice if I have an emergency or that, but I haven't really needed one in a year, man. I mean, I have a landline at the place I'm at though, so job wise, they can always call me here. So that's, I guess, in the long run, you always got to need a line, but I don't know. I really haven't needed a mobile phone, and it's been nice, dude, to not have to have some random person or something. As I got older, I got less social and way less text and stuff. So that's basically as about a year ago, I'm like, dude, I'm not really hanging out with people that much, and there's really no point in me paying all this money. So, but with you kind of need one because you got kids, and now you have grandkid, or at least a grandkid, and so yeah, you kind of need a way for them to get a hold of you.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I can't, you know, like a few months ago before I got my new contract, I was paying like £40 for the main mobile phone. Then I had like another contract was costing me £15. Then I had my tablet, which had like a SIM card in. I was paying like between £60 and £65 per month on 3 contracts together. But when I contacted them and said, like, you know, my contract's nearly over, I'm going to like give up some of the devices and just have one complete mobile phone. He said, look, I can do you all 3 again and save you money. And I said, well, like, I'm paying like 60 quid, you know, between 60 and £65. I can't be paying that.
Yeah.
And he goes, no, I can do it a lot less. So I had my 2 mobile contracts, which is that one where the trolls did contact me on. And this one was the one I got for the camera. Now, no one's got this number at all. Not even my family. Not even my closest friends. But I'm going to be giving this to my family. And I'll be using this more. And this one will be shut off more.
Yeah, that's exactly what you need to do. Yeah.
And I won't give this number out to anyone. Not even someone fucking paid me for it. I'll give you 50 quid, you give me your number. No, it ain't working. But
no, that's just what you gotta do, man. You just gotta try not to bring your personal life into your channel as much. That's really the main thing. So
No, as I said to a couple of people, I just don't know when to shut my mouth up. And
no, yeah, it's because
I'm
you
not,
wear your heart on your sleeve, man. So you just, if you're not feeling it, you'll let us know. Like, so yeah, I mean, it's just,
there's no reason I should have to keep giving out my personal details or even prove myself, but I'm just one of those people who originally thought, well, you know, I got nothing to hide, which I don't have nothing to hide.
exactly.
When you tell people stuff, they use it against you and twist it, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, you just gotta walk. Yeah. No, I mean, I'm really disappointed in all this too because, yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't want to get into it, but yeah, it's this. This is just a speed bump, man. We'll cruise on. We'll cruise down the road and we'll pull off at the next exit, and there'll be some other interesting paranormal or
Well,
supernatural
I
or something.
find on the main road, mate, I won't be fucking slowing down. I've been running the bastards over. Anyway, I'm
Yeah.
going to shoot off because it's getting late. I'm
All right,
tired.
cool. That works for me. I gotta get going too. So, all right.
20 past one. I've got to go up in about 6 hours and get shit sorted out. So, thanks for coming on again. I'm not
Yeah.
going to delete this one. It'll stay private, but
Oh, no worries. Yeah.
it won't go private. You know, I may just leave it as is. I can't comment because I'm now actually removing the comments on here, so they can't comment. The only thing I can do is take video clips and, like, you know, where I was wearing my mask in the beginning. Do you see my mask?
Yeah, I did. But that when I came in, that's why I started off talking about multiverses when I came in the hangout, because the first thing I typed was, "Whoa, it felt like I'm in a multiverse. Am I in a parallel Earth?" Because
Oh,
you
you
were
want to
sitting there.
call me a weirdo?
You're not on screen. You got your icon still.
If you want to call me a weirdo, and there we go. There's a weirdo under my mask. Use that, arseholes. Yeah, I'll even look again. There we go. I'll even try to make it a bit more straight and bring it up a little bit. So, yeah, want to use that and call me a weirdo? Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Oh, whatever. We're all weirdos. I'm a weirdo. They're weirdos. Everyone's weirdos. We're all weird.
Right, okay, I'll catch you all
All
later.
right, man. I'm out of here. Thank you, Steve.
I'll
Thank you,
see.
everyone. I'll
I
catch
might
you
see
later.
you later in the week if I do another one. If you want to pop on.
All right, man. All right. Well, I'll catch you around. So, all right, dude. See
All
you.
right, catch you later. Right, good night, everyone. I'm not sure when I'm on next. I don't think I'll be on tomorrow night because I've got, well, tonight, Monday, I've got too many things to sort out. I'll probably have like a dozen and one fucking forms I need to sign and fill out, and that's going to be awkward self. So I just want to try to, like, relax and get some bloody sleep because, like, this is affecting my illness so bad. I'm not even sleeping. I'm not even eating. So I wouldn't be surprised if I have to fucking ask for some sleeping tablets, which I don't want to be doing, you know, because that's one thing I do want to, like, go into sleeping pills, but if I have to take one or two to get some fucking decent night's sleep, I might have to do that. All right, take it easy. Cheers for watching. Thanks for those donations. You didn't need to do that. You know, you're going to get, like, well, I'm going to get accused, like, you know, begging again when I didn't, but never mind. All right, catch you later. Good night. Ciao.